All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another NFL stream. Tonight, we're going to have your Texans and the Colts. Playoff implications are in full effect. This is the end of the season, Week 18 NFL. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up, and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Click that bell, turn on your notifications, the way you don't miss the stream for Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday football, all the way through the playoffs, championship, Super Bowl, all that good stuff. There you go. Quick shout out to the Wrench Gang. Quick shout out to the family, all the listeners, all the watchers as we prepare to get started. I know Lutz always says, Jay, you don't stream my Colts. Well, guess what? It took until the end of the season, and you finally got your Colts on a Saturday night. So there you go, Lutz. Shout out to you. All right. Eli says, Jay, Mason Rudolph for MVP. Yo. Mason Rudolph, though. Hold on. I got a bone to pick. Right now. Why are Bills Mafia on the Facebook pages and the forums and the blogs and on YouTube right now? Oh, thanks for nothing, Ravens. You thought the Ravens were going to help the Bills? We're the last team they want to see in the playoffs. And you should know why. We're not going to get any help. I tried to give you guys the blueprint. For those who followed it, the community post was up 2-3 days ago. I told you what to expect. I said, listen, Steelers, Jags, Texans, or Colts, or you could do both. Either way, you were going to make some money. And some of you followed it, some of you didn't, and there you go. It should be of no surprise. Says Eli says, listen, Jay, early in the season, the Steelers weren't doing the greatest. We had a losing record, and we had close games. I said the Steelers always get hot. In the end of the season, that's just the way. All right. Joe says, you're all right. Nobody is scared of Pittsburgh now, but they'd rather not play the Bills. Let's make it make sense. You got to make it make sense. Even if you don't go with that theory, there's a whole other side to that. There's a whole other direction that you can go with that statement, right? In regards to the Steelers and the Jags winning and leading to a do or die game for the Bills. You know, if it happens that way, I'm telling you guys right now, I will be dropping the biggest the NFL is scripted video the very next morning. I promise you. It'll be a 2-hour stream. Promise you. If it goes exactly that way and it leads into a situation to where it's a do or die game for the Bills, we'll be talking about it the next morning. We will. Before we get into the college football championship. Shout out to Puck coming through with the $5 super chat. Woo! Says, let's get this party started. Come on, Colts. Let's go, man. Shout out to you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the $5 donation, my friend. Much appreciated. Bob says, why, Jay? Listen, we're going to have this conversation. We're going to have this conversation tomorrow. I'm just saying. Quick shout out to Lutza, also coming through with the $5 super chat. Woo! Says, let's go, Colts. Let's go. Serious biz says Steelers won it. So it's going to be a tough road, Brother Jay. I'm not worried. Shout out to you, Lutza. Thank you for the $5 donation. Much appreciated. I do thank you for the support. Let's go, Colts. Let's see what they do. I'm excited for this one. Right? I think the Texans are going to play well. I think the Colts are going to play well. And we should definitely have a show. Tonight. Marble Sky, what up, man? What's going on with you? Eli, I didn't see TJ's injury. I heard about it, but I didn't see it, so I'll have to check it out. Rab says I picked the Colts, but didn't feel good about
Let's
it.
get
What are
this
we at?
party started. Come on, Colts.
What are we at? We're at 200 viewers, 51 likes. We need 49 more likes, 49 more thumbs up so I can go ahead and put the poll up for you guys to vote. Let's go. Make sure you guys hit that like, that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. Bob, do you really want me to? Do you really want me to? Shout out to Purple sending a $2 super chat. Says Puck stole my line. Thank you, Purple. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Much appreciated. Shout out to Patty in the building. What up, Patty? What's going on with you? Sirius says, love your dedication, man. Listen, y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. This is our third official season, and it's been nothing short of amazing. What's at stake? Winner clinches a playoff berth. Loser eliminated from playoff contention. Winner tonight will be the AFC South champion with the loss to Jags at the Titans. This is a huge game. This is a huge game. That is a fact. Shout out to Rap says the math got to catch up with me. I've been picking too good. Listen, the Steelers should have been easy tonight. That was easy money. Easy money. Easy money. Bob says, but you tell everybody to stop watching when they say that. Yeah, I do. But why do I say that?
Let's go Colts.
Right? Because it's more in the sense of, it's derogatory in regards to what's going on. But if I can sit here and tell you that the Steelers are going to win and that the Jags are going to win, and that's going to force the Bills into a situation to where it's do or die for them to get to the playoffs, what does that mean? Am I just that good? Or you want to get into it? I'm telling you, we're going to get into it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Serious? I'm up loud, man. I'm at the highest I can go. Shout out to Lutza for also being a member for 14 months, gaining that white
stole my line.
And red emblem as well as purple. Shout out to you guys for showing the love and the loyalty. Let's go. Shout out to members of the family. I did get an update as far as for the boxes in the mail. They should be here by Tuesday. And then at that point, we'll go ahead and do the giveaway for members of the family and the Wrench Gang. It's going to be great. I'm excited for it. Showing the love and appreciation to you guys. And there you go. So make sure that you are here on Tuesday. I was hoping to be here by Monday. That way we could do it during the college game because, all eyes and it'll be great. But unfortunately, they said Tuesday. So there you go. 239 viewers, 72 likes. We need 28 more to get to that 100. If you have not, make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We need 28 more likes to get to 100, and I will put up the poll so you guys can vote because I want to see who you guys are going to pick. I think this is going to be way more close than what we could expect and what it normally is. Presto says, Jay about to break it down like Cat. Listen, everybody's telling their truth in 24. Listen, everybody's telling their truth. Bob says it must be that good too. Wasn't that hard to see with Lamar not starting? The Jags will win. All right. Shout out to Blame the Plane. What up, yo? What's going on with you? I only put the Colts because home game, but boy, are these games even. Yeah. Michael A says, I'm rooting for CJ, but this could go either way. It could. You got this Colts team at home. You got playoff implications. Either one of these teams can make it, take control of the AFC South. Then you're putting yourself in a situation where Gardner Minshew's been kind of, the redhead stepchild of the league, and this could be a proving point for him. CJ Stroud being a rookie, coming out having one of the best years that a rookie has had. And, at the end of the day, he's got, name recognition on the line and legacy he's trying to make. There's a lot at stake in this game for sure. The Midge, what up, yo? What's going on with you? Jake says Colts all day. Bob says it's cold here. Got an inch of snow last night. We got like 3 inches of snow today. It's still snowing right now. Still snowing. He said he's always rhyming words. Always. What up, Jason? What's going on with you, bro? We need 19 more likes, 19 more thumbs up to get to that 100, and I'll put up the poll so you guys can vote. Make sure you hit the like, hit the thumbs up. It is much appreciated. You guys want the poll? We need 17 more likes. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Says, how's the weather? It seems to affect the Ravens game. It was rainy. It was just rainy there. There was no snow. But up north here in New York, we got a little bit of snow, which they lied about. You can't trust? You can't trust the weatherman. I've been checking the weather for the next 4 days because I got some stuff going on. I need to figure out schedules and things like that. And I'm looking at the weather. I'm like, all right, this is supposed to just rain, for a couple days or whatever. And then we get a bunch of snow. Says it's going to be negative 18 here in a couple days. That's crazy. Negative 18, yo. That's wild. Yeah, don't trust the weatherman, yo. Don't do it. Let's go. Says, let's go Colts. But tomorrow we're recreating the Micah Hyde catch. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, 98 likes. We need 2 more to get to 100. Now I'll put up the poll for you guys. Make sure you hit that that thumbs up as we prepare for kickoff with your Texans and your Colts. Let's go. Frederica coming through with the $20 super chat, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to you, Frederica. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Much, much appreciated. Coming through with the $20 super chat donation. Says, what's good, Jay and the Wrench Gang? My Ravens drop one, thus affecting. I think I know what you're trying to say there, but I ain't gonna say it. You know what? I get it. The Ravens could have put in a little bit more work and took care of business, but them Ravens don't want to see the Bills there. Anyone that's in the AFC right now, they don't want to see the Bills in the playoffs. You know that. We know that. Everybody knows that. So the Bills gets no handouts. They're going to have to go ahead and do it the hard way. But we used to that. We used to doing it the hard way. That is a fact. All right, here we go. Shout out to you guys for getting us to that 100 likes. Let's go ahead and put up the poll so you guys can vote on who is going to take this thing tonight. All right. Got your Colts and your Texans. And there we go. YOLO Pies, you tell me. Do you prefer it that way? I know some people do. Tex713 says the Bills win, break stuff, and get in.
One, thus affecting Scott.
Joe says, what is the easiest path for the Bills into the playoffs? Jags losing. That's literally it. Jags losing. That's the easiest way. Rab says, if you're in Buffalo, you got the lake effect weather like no one's business. Yeah, I mean that's mostly just a Western New York thing in general. It's not just Buffalo specifically. I mean that's Erie, PA, Dunkirk, all like the whole area, the southern tier, all that. Once lake effect snow happens, it's not just Buffalo. It's the whole area. TKW says, well, the Jags better lose. It's probably not going to happen. I mean, they're going against the Titans, but Michael A says, and Jags don't have Lawrence, right? Supposedly. Yeah, supposedly. Patty, almost no snow this year. Yeah. Yeah, almost no snow. Almost no snow. Yo. Yeah, that's the issue. That's the issue for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We got about 4 minutes until kickoff. Still got time to get your drinks, get your popcorn, get your food. Tuck the kids in for bed, or if they're watching it with you, tell them to sit down and shut up if you need to. Somebody's like, Jay, we practice soft parenting over here. Gentle parenting over here. And I grew up in the old school. You knew when the game was on, when the boxing match was on, when the basketball game was on, you didn't talk. You didn't change the game from the game to shark to do. You didn't change it. You sat there and you watched the game like you was a part of it along with your family. Some of these kids nowadays, we need to send them back to the 90s. If we could do that, oh my goodness. That's what needs to happen. Forget the, needed a discipline. Just send them back to the 90s so they can see what was going on. That happened? Yeah. That is exactly what happened. Patty says, I'm not complaining about no snow, right? That's a good thing. That is a great thing. Ralph says tonight is barbecue chicken mash with gravy, broccoli with cheese sauce, and homemade cranberry. That's too much sauce. That's too much sauce, bro. That's way too much sauce in the stomach. He's like, yo, barbecue sauce, gravy sauce, cheese sauce, and cranberry. Nah, man. That stomach. Your stomach is going to be bubbling. It's going to be bubbling. Bubbling. All right, what are we at? 370 viewers, 121 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep going. Let's try to get to 200 before kickoff. We got a few minutes here before we get started, and we need 79. 79 more likes, 79 more thumbs up to get to 200. Let's make it happen. Interesting thing says the weather. That weather ain't right. We down here in South Carolina 20 years ago, snow all the time. Now nothing. Yeah, things are changing. Shout out to Tactical. What up, man? Says I heard a voice from the out world telling me not to eat that. I ain't even gonna front. My son be like, nah, Jay. Don't do it. Purple says we just gotta hold the antenna, Jay. Yeah, they don't know about them times, right? Everything is streamed and everything is just so well connected and fast internet. They don't know about having to hold the antenna for 2 hours. They don't know about them days. They don't know about smacking the side of the box to get that clear signal to come in. They don't know about them days, Purple. That's why I'm here to remind them. I'm here to remind them and take them back down memory lane because they like to forget about stuff like that. They don't know about going and getting the tin foil and putting it on top of the antenna just so you can get a quality signal on the TV. They don't want to talk about it, Purple, but I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to take them back now down memory lane and nostalgia because they need to know that it wasn't once like this. And if it does go back to them days, they better be prepared. Because I am. I'm ready. I'm prepared. If I got to go get an antenna, I can get a signal. I know how to do it. I know how to do it without the little cable plug-in that you got to screw in. I know how to go directly into the back of the TV without it. Quick shout out to Christopher Jones coming through with the $2 super chat. Showing the love, showing the support. Thank you, Christopher. Much appreciated. All right, here we go. As we get started here, ladies and gentlemen. These Texans and these Colts. All right. Tato says, Jay, I grew up with 4 channels, homie. He's like, I grew up with 4 channels and it was black and white. All right, here we go. We have kickoff, ladies and gentlemen, as it looks like these Colts will be taking it here. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25. And maybe I need to hop over here because it's a little faster on the TV. Let me go ahead and hop on the TV wave because the TV is actually faster than what I got on the computer here. But here we go. 1st and 10 for these Colts as Minshew lines up here. Taylor in the backfield as we get started. Minshew directing traffic. We have motion. And here we go. Snap is off. This is going to be a handoff on the first play. Hits that left side. Picks up about 3 yards. It's going to lead to 2nd and 7 as these Colts try to get it started. Bob says, I have free TV. Let's go. It's not up yet, bro. I could try and refresh it, but we'll see. Yeah, it's not ready yet. Unfortunately. Hopefully it'll be up there soon. Dan, what up, man? What's going on with you? All right, here we go. 2nd and 7 as Minshew is under center. 13 seconds on the play clock. We have motion. Snap is off. Quick toss to Taylor. This is going to be not a good design play here, as that's going to be a loss of maybe a yard. It'll turn into 3rd down, and there's also a flag here. So we'll have to see exactly what they're going to call here. Shout out to Bryce. Says Texans got the best defense. All right. Shout out to you, Minnow Johnson. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Y'all gotta really realize when something's bad and something's good. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's all right. That's all right. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. I'm gonna have to bring y'all into training. That's actually an okay thing. It's an okay thing. Here we go. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Snap is off. Pressure comes. Quick throw. That's going to be caught, and that's going to lead to a 5-yard catch. That's now 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Shout out to Dan. Says, I like this hour of the show. Rabbit says, before the game starts, if you haven't seen the video of Putin scoring 8 goals in hockey game where the goalie closes his eyes, you'll never see anything as crooked and hilarious in sports history. That sounds wild. It sounds wild. All right, here we go. 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Here we go. Snap is off. Pressure comes. Minshew drops back. Quick throw. That's going to be caught. And that's going to lead to a Colts 1st down. And there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. As it's going to be 1st and 10 for these Colts. As I got Texas first to 20 and 25, a pick by Minshew. Shroud over 250 passing, plus 380. Interesting. Andy, what up, man? What's going on with you? All right, here we go. 1st and 10, pressure comes. Minshew fakes, rolls out to the left side. In trouble and just tosses this, gets rid of it. What a play, as that's going to be caught for about 9 yards, and that's going to lead to 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Dan, my pick? Really? I'm in the middle of the night. No, I'm just joking. I think Texans take it. I think the Texans take it. Here we go. This is going to be a handoff right side, and that's going to be a run for about 3 yards picked up, and that's going to lead Taylor to getting the 1st down for the Colts. There we go. Shout out to Andy. Says, we just got home. I took my wife out to dinner for her birthday. Shout out to you, Andy. Happy birthday to the wife. Happy birthday to Mrs. Martinez. Coach GTV, what up, man? What's going on with you? Also, quick shout outs to Fly on the Wall for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. All right, here we go. Minshew in trouble, gets out of it. He's just going to stay on his feet, use those legs, and he'll slide, and he'll be just short. It's going to be another 2nd and 1. Colts moving this ball. Excellent offense on this first drive here, making good use of it. Shout out to Tate. What up, man? What's going on with you? Joseph says, are you an FSU basketball fan, Jay? Yeah. I mean, I love FSU as a college, football, basketball organization. But as far as basketball, specifically, my favorite college basketball team is the Tar Heels. As there's going to be another run here by Taylor, moving the ball, moving these chains. That's going to be 13 yards on the play. 1st and 10. Eric says, winning, you're in. That is a fact. That is a fact. All right, here we go. As Minshew directing traffic. Texans showing a 4-man rush. 15 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off. This is going to be a handoff to Taylor. Hits that left side, breaks a tackle, but he'll go down after picking up about 4 yards, and that's going to lead to 2nd and 6 coming up here. Captain says, I get a funny feeling Buffalo will lose tomorrow. What gave you that funny feeling? Tell me why. Quick shout out to Chris Handsome says, I don't understand what the issue is with the guy that was glad. I just handle it. I handle it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't make it more than what it is. I took care of it. All right, here we go. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, and here we go. This is going to be another handoff up the middle, and this is going to be a run for about 2 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 3rd and 4 coming up for these Colts. Coming up for the Colts. Priscilla, what up? What's going on with you? Happy New Year, Jory. Happy New Year. So Joseph says, oh, you just won against Iowa State. Now 13-1, going up in the rankings. Let's go. James Stella, what up, man? How you doing tonight? Who's on the schedule next weekend? I don't know yet, man. I got to figure it out. Drake the Duck, what up, man? What's going on with you? All right, here we go. 3rd and 4. Snap is off. Minshew drops back, gets out of trouble, throws deep, end zone, incomplete. No flags, and that's going to lead to 4th and 4. And let's see what they dial up here, as it looks like offense will come off the field and send in the field goal unit. So they're going to go ahead and kick a field goal here, as too high of a throw, just overthrown Goodson there. And that's going to lead to, no, they're going to keep the offense out there. Let's see if they just try to draw them off sides. And waits for him to get set. All these substitutions, but here we go. Let's see if he tries to draw him. Yeah, they're not going to do it. They're going to let the clock roll down, take a delayed game, and that's going to lead to a field goal for these Colts. All right. Miles says, Jay, good luck to your Bills tomorrow night. I'll be listening in. Yeah, man. Let's go. Captain says, because everyone is making excuses for Buffalo, you don't get to where they are by being amazing. Buffalo is 10-6 for a reason. They're fighting for their playoff lives for a reason. So I think the reality is this. At the end of the day, when you look at where the Bills are and what's at stake, the Bills have always been in this kind of situation where they're fighting for their lives, or, it's at the edge of your seat hoping that they win. And it's no different, right? We know that the Jags are going to win tomorrow. That's just how the setup is. As the field goal is up, it is good. And that's going to lead to these Colts scoring first. It's going to be 3-0 as we get started here. I think the reality is this. This was probably the easiest series for me to pick when it came to understanding the Bills' chances of getting to the playoffs. It was very easy for me to say that and be like, all right, yeah, give me the Steelers and the Jags in a parlay, and we'll make some money. It's easy because there's no other designed way that the NFL would have a Bills game at 8:00 at night on a Sunday, the last game of the night, and not make that the most hyped game heading into the playoffs. I could be wrong. We could see the Jags win tomorrow, and then obviously the Bills do get in. But at the end of the day, what's the chances of that happening? What up, Tyler? Says, Jay, what do you think about Cat Williams' remarks about Ricky Smiley, Kevin Hart, Cedric, and Steve on Shannon Sharp Club Shay Shay? Well, we're in a commercial break timeout, so we can get into it. They say that 2024 is the year of your truth. That's what they're saying now. 2024 is the year of your truth. And hey, listen, a lot of the things that he said, I think that we already knew. And there was some stuff that he did bring up that I think nobody knew. But, if you follow comedy, you knew that some of the stuff he's already talking about was already out there, especially about the joke thing. Like the joke thing, that's been talked about for years. But some of the other stuff, like the Harvey Weinstein joke, or not even joke, but statement. Yeah, that's another conversation we can get into. It was good. I love the interview. It was 2 hours and 46 minutes. I had to watch it in chunks throughout the day. But yeah, it was crazy. Dan said had 2 vanilla ice cream coffees. I'm all vanilla ice coffees. I'm all ready for more football coverage and Ric Flair. Let's go. Drake says, who you want to win? I think the Texans take it, man. I think the Texans take it. TKW says, Jay, the Steelers won. They did. James Bottom says, Cat Williams is the GOAT. He's up there. He's up there for sure. All right. As we get back to it, the Colts score first on a field goal, leading to the score being 3-0. They'll go ahead and send it back to the Texans, and we'll see what CJ Stroud and company can do as far as trying to get down this field and score. Tyler says Richard Pryor's the GOAT. Yeah, I mean, the comedy for Richard Pryor was from a different time for sure. As we have a kickoff back here to the Texans, it's going to be a touchback, and they'll take it from their 25, 1st and 10. Timo, what up, man? The loser is eliminated. That is correct. This is win or go home. Win or go home. All right. Yeah. And I agree they don't like the truth. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. 1st and 10 for these Texans, and we'll see what Stroud and company can do. 15 seconds on the play clock. We have motion. Stroud's under center. This is going to be a play fake, drops back, has time all the time, throws deep, going for it all, and this is going to be caught. Easy, run-in, one play, touchdown. 75 yards to Collins. Easy touchdown for the Texans, making it look like child's play. My goodness, 75-yard touchdown for Collins, and the Texans will punch it in immediately. What a wonderful throw and a catch. Looks like Collins had him beat and just took it in for the walk-in touchdown, and that's how the Texans are going to start things. And there it is. There it is. 75 yards right off the bat. One play, touchdown. Scores now 7-3. Texans up. Steve, yeah, winners in, losers out. Bass player, what up? What's going on, man? That was quick. That was quick for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Score 7-3. What are we at? 792 viewers, 187 likes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not, make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. Our next goal is 250. 250 more likes, 250 more thumbs up. Make sure you lock it in and hit that thumbs up button. It is much, much appreciated. I do thank you all for rocking with us. Tonight, Saturday Night Football, Texans Colts. Playoff implications, win or go home. Timeout, commercial break. Quick shout out to Daniel Fierro coming through with the $10 super chat. Shout out to you, Daniel. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the $10 donation, my friend. Much, much appreciated. Timeout, commercial break.
I'm floating on the dance floor tonight. Yeah. The feeling in my system feels right. 'Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away.
For those who asked for the spread, it's currently 3.5. That's a live spread. Money line is -205 for the Texans, +158 for the Colts. Over under is 53.5. As we get to this timeout commercial break.
The feeling in my system feels right. 'Cause I came here to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance the night away. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, dance.
All right, as we get back to it here after the fast 75-yard touchdown, that's going to lead to these Texans sending it back to the Colts. And here we go. It's going to be taken from the 5, hits that left side, brings it back right, and they'll start at about the 24 here as the Colts will get it back, and we'll see what they do on this drive. Difey says, what do you think on Grandson's receiving yards of 22.5? Grandson's, my grandson. The over 1K after that Collins touchdown. It's possible. It's just tricky to see how they're going to do the rotation now, considering, what's at stake here for sure. That is a fact. Quick shout out to Patty coming through with the $10 super chat. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Shout out to you, Patty. Much, much appreciated. Let's go. As this is going to be a pass here, incomplete. Try to get it over to Pierce. And that's going to lead to 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Daniel says score prediction. I'm going to go Texans. I'm going to go Texans 35. Colts 17. Fada says, yo, I made it. Just found out I got a shot at tag team titles next week. Let's go, Fada. Shout out to you, bro. As Minshew in trouble, and he's going to get sacked. He goes down. That's going to be a loss of 8 yards, and that's going to turn into 3rd and 18. Good defense as that offensive line just let Harris run right through that gap and bring him down. That's going to turn into 3rd and 18 as we have 8 minutes and 24 seconds left on the clock here in this first quarter. 10 seconds on the play clock as Minshew's back in the shotgun. This is going to be a handoff up the middle, and they'll pick up about 11 yards, and that's going to lead to 4th down, 3 and out, and a punt. Good flop. Shout out to you, man. Luda's like, Jay, I used to like you. Used to? Is that like 5 minutes ago? She's like, until you said that score prediction, Jay, I was on your side. TKW, shout out to you, man. Jeffrey Miller in the house says, what up, Jay? Philippines in the house. Let's go, man. Philippines in the building. Let's go. Base player says, I want to see some of this Minshew magic. Yeah, we've seen some Shroud magic, but Minshew, not yet. Not yet. Here we go. As this is going to be a fair catch for the Texans, they'll take it from the 23, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Shout out to you, Ryan. What up, man? What's going on with you? Purple says it's snowing where I am. Let's go. Yeah, I think everybody's seeing a little, well, not everybody, but, if you're up north right now, you should be seeing a little snow for sure. 852 viewers, 218 likes. That next goal is 250, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have not, make sure that you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We're trying to get to 250. I do thank you all for rocking with us. As far as the poll, 306 votes, 55% for the Texans, holding it down as they have a 4-point lead and just got the ball back. Base player says we have freezing rain in Akron. Yep, up north. Miles says it snowed in Michigan. Lewiston, Queenston Bridge, New York, we have snow. Yeah, like I said, basically everybody up north right now should have some kind of snow or at least something coming. That is a fact. That is a fact. Texans earned to make a statement because of college loss. That's interesting, right? Texans making it to the playoffs because, the Longhorns lost. Interesting. Mushy 2 says, come on, Houston Texans. I'm an Eagles fan, but I like the Texans. Let's go. Luda says, Jay, I have about an inch of some ice too. Yeah, that's, I'll take the snow all day. But when you have the ice on the ground, at least the nasty stuff. Nobody wants to slip and fall and break their hip or hurt their back, and now you can't move around and you can't do anything for a week. Nobody wants to deal with that, And that's the big thing as far as when you have these days where it's like 25 and then it bumps up to like 37 and it rains and, turns into a mess for sure. Shout out to Gay Smasher. What up, man? Let's go. Says Bills Mafia out of Cedar Key, Florida. And the building says kicking back with you, connecting tonight, listening 65 degrees. Man, down in Florida. Yeah, 65. That's not what you want to hear in Florida. You want to hear 75, 80 at the lowest. 65 is cold in Florida, that's for sure. All right. So 1st and 10 for these Texans after they get the ball back on the punt. You have Stroud under center here. We have motion. They're at the 24. Snap is off. This is going to be a handoff up the middle. Tries to gain some steam. And that's going to be a run of about 5 yards as Singletary gets it going. That's going to lead to 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. 5 times says, did I put my Santa hat away? I hope so. We just took down the tree and everything, and, it's about time to get rid of those Christmas decorations if you haven't. I'm just saying. It's a little bit past time. 2nd and 5. Is this going to be another handoff and tries to get it going for another couple yards? This will lead to 3rd and 3 as we have 6 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock left in this first quarter. Davis says, no snow here in South Texas, 60. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Just from a temperature point of view, 60 degrees in Texas, 60 degrees in Florida. It's weird. Here we go. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. 9 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off. Stroud in trouble, gets out of it, and he'll dive, picking up the first down. There we go. Stroud getting it going, using those legs. Quick shout out to Joe Long for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Ryan says, Santa J, what's the giveaway today? We're going to do the giveaway Tuesday. That's when the package will be here in the mail. So if you are a member of the family, we're going to have a great giveaway for you guys. I hope you do like it. And it's going to be fun. So I have a giveaway for members of the family. We already did the giveaway for the subscribers as the Midge won the Score Blaster Pack. So shout out to you, Midge, for winning that. Congratulations. And we'll have another giveaway for members of the family on Tuesday. So here we go. Quick throw, and this is going to be caught. Slips up, but Collins will get about 7 yards on the play. 6 yards is going to lead to 2nd and 4 as they get to the 41-yard mark on the Texan side. Eric says, too much Christmas story. What's the giveaway box of first off the line prison football? Ryan, do you know what I'd have to make to give away first off the line prison football? I haven't even bought myself first off the line prison football. I had to settle for a hobby box. Sir. First off the line. Ridiculous. After this run here, it's going to be 3rd and 1. And here we go. We'll see what these Texans can do. Can they pick up the first down, or will these Colts get a stop? And here we go. Pressure comes, and they will get that stop. Colts making a stand. Good defense stepping up. And this may lead to a punt here. We'll see how they draw it up. Miles says, Jay, for the record, the Texans touchdown was a Buckeye passing to a Wolverine. Let's go. Yet still, it's the first Saturday of New Year's. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. What's the timetable do we have until we say Happy New Year? Like, how much longer do we have? Is it like just the first week or the second week? Which one is it? Here we go. 4th and 2 as these Texans will end up punting back to the Colts after the good defensive stop. 3 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock. Kick is off. This is a boomer, as this is going to be a fair catch here at about the 13, and we'll see what these Colts can do as they get another shot at it here. 1st and 10. Bob says, I take my tree down around 4th of July. Hey, listen, I get it. You know, you want to celebrate Christmas and Independence. I understand. That's fine. That's fine. Jason says, I will get a month pass before it gets way too old. All right. What are we at? 241 likes. We're still trying to get to that 250, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not, make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. We're trying to get to that 250. We need 8 more likes, 8 more thumbs up to hit that next goal. After that, it's going to be 500. Thank you all for the support, rocking with us tonight. Saturday football. We got your Texans and the Colts. Texans and the Colts. Purple says, OMG, my trees are still up. They're coming down tomorrow. Man, it's interesting. All right. Very nice. Very nice. At least you're getting them done within the same week. You're not leaving it out till July like Bob is. Bob's like, it's going to stay till July. I don't care. I don't care. All the pine needles are gone. The tree's starting to look brown. Shout out to G550. What up, man? Says it was super smart for Texans throwing the bomb last drive. I think they found Minshew's weakness, a lot like Goff. They fold under pressure. Kirk Cousins could teach these boys something. Interesting. Okay. Demiz says, Jay, is it required to take down the tree? Can't I just leave it up? It's not required. It's just kind of like the unspoken rule for certain people, Unspoken rule. All right, ladies and gentlemen, quick timeout, commercial break. Shout out to you guys for getting us over that 250 likes. Thank you for the support. Robert says, hey, Jay, Wrench Gang and everyone looks like the Shroud wants a playoff spot. It looks like it. It does look like it. DJ Jean says it's currently 66 degrees. Shout out to you, Eugene. Miguel says, hey, Jay, we back with you from the Philippines. Love your work. Thanks a lot, man. Let's go. Sassy says some leave their decorations up all year long. Yeah, some people can't get enough for Christmas. And that's cool. They'll leave up certain decorations or certain stuff like that, but they'll still take the tree down. They'll still take the tree down. Dakota says at this game, no Patriots playoffs equals temporary Texans fan for the family. Just want to say huge congratulations on the record-breaking Bama versus Blue game. Proud of you, Jay. Thanks a lot, Dakota. Much love, man. Yeah, we had definitely a great night. We started off January strong. 15,000 live viewers. It was absolutely amazing. 280,000 views. Broke the college championship record. It was amazing, man. It wasn't a championship. I'm sorry, that wasn't a championship. We just broke that specific first of July game, and hopefully we can do the same thing for the championship. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. Brian Allen, what up, man? What's going on with you? Says, how much snow you getting? We got about 3 inches. About 3 inches, somewhere around there. Here we go. 1st and 10. Minshew drops back, high throw. That's going to be incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10 as he tried to get it to the tight end there. 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in this first quarter as Minshew's trying to find some kind of chemistry with this offense to get something going, as he's had a tough time for it. This Texans defense has been doing great for sure. Rick says, so with the Steelers won today, does that mean the Bills have to win tomorrow or they're out? If the Jags lose, the Bills are automatically in. But if the Jags win, it's going to be do or die for the Bills. Quick shot here again as he can't get it to Mallory. That's going to be incomplete. And now it's 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Shout out to Daniel Gomez all the way from Guadalajara, Mexico. Let's go, man. Rav says I did too. 1 in July and then the regular. Okay. All right. One Viking fan says going on 2nd week of January and it hasn't been below 0 yet. And ND normally hits around late November. Things are changing. Things are changing. But here we go. 3rd and 10 as Minshew's having trouble trying to get some kind of offense going. As he takes a snap here, pressure comes, steps up, gets out of trouble, throws deep, going for it all. And this is going to be incomplete, but there is a flag. And this is going to be on the offense. What up, Shannon? How you doing tonight? Shannon in the building. Eugene says, thank you, Jay. No one else can compete with you. You're the man. Thank you for the love, Eugene. Much appreciated, bro. Eric says, no luck since Manning. Texans victory. Wow. Taking it back to the Manning days. Purple says, I'm not paying $400 for a Christmas tree. Who's paying $400 for a Christmas tree? I mean, I think we spent like $130. Well, yeah, it was $130 with the stand. Only $130 for a nice 8-foot fern or Fraser. Yeah, 8-foot Fraser. So the Colts will punt it back here to these Texans. They'll take it from the 20, makes a nice move, cuts back to the right, still going as they'll get to about the 37, and Texans will start off strong. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Dan says, I hope Broncos lose theirs and Raiders look for another. Interesting. Purple says, my bestie gave me 2-year-old pencil tree. I love it. Now I have 2 trees. Okay. Bleeding the Pain says, you don't have a saw? Who don't have a saw? I got 3 saws. 3 of them. All kinds of power tools. And I know how to use them. As Shroud takes a snap here, throws deep. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been another touchdown if that would have been reeled in by Schultz there. Man, whoever's dialing up these plays, I got to take a look at what Bobby Slowick's been doing with this offense. He's been dialing it up, man. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now after the amazing throw there. Let's go. Shout out to Jonderful. Says, Jay, did they downgrade those refs in the Lions game? They did. That's what they said, at least. We'll have to see. Quick shout out to Double R as well as Tim Johnson for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing as we have another quick pass here. Putting the head down, taking the hit, and that's going to be a 1st down for these Texans. And there you go. Patty says, I have an artificial tree because a few years ago I put up a real tree and discovered 4 spiders on the wall right behind that tree. Yeah, you know, some of these places, depending on where you go, especially if you get them from outside, they'll have the bugs. But if you go to like a Lowe's or a Home Depot, you have a lower chance of having the bugs in the tree because they spray them down and make sure that there's normally no bugs. And it's unfortunate because I'm a real tree advocate. It's definitely been one of, you know, the traditions that I follow. And I can kind of understand that, you know, that would kind of make somebody feel like, I ain't doing no more real trees. I ain't doing it. We had some spiders and I ain't I get it. But here we go. After the 1-yard run, it's going to be 2nd and 9 for these Texans. Don C, is this a win and end game? It is. Yes, it is. Shout out to Simone, says Colts not having a good defense today. Not at all. It's been tough. Here we go. As this is going to be another handoff. Cuts back to the left side. As Singletary tries to get it going, he'll pick up 4 yards on the run. It's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down. Luda says, Jay, I missed them real trees. It's nothing like it. Nothing like it. Quick shout out to Tech 713 coming through with the $5 super chat. Shout out to you, Tech. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the $5 donation. Much, much appreciated. All right. 3rd and 5. Can these Colts get another good stop and hold these Texans to another punt? Here we go. As we have motion, snap is off. I think the defense jumped. That's going to be an offsides. Offsides on the Texans. That's going to push them back. It'll be 3rd and 10 now. 3rd and 10. Dakota says, I'm a real tree hater. Same box Christmas tree my grandma bought before I was born. Hand me down to my little apartment. Listen, I'm not hating on the real trees, but I'm just telling you this. When I wake up on Christmas Day, I need the smelling of the pine needles. I need that smell, right? It's not Christmas for Jay unless I smell that pine smell in the house. And, well, Jay, you could go to the store and get the pine smell and just put it on a fake tree. No, it's not the same. Here we go. Quick throw. This is going to be caught. And this will be a pickup of about 7 yards here. It's going to lead to 4th and 3. And these Texans will end up punting back to the Colts. Shout out to Finn Credible. What up, man? What's going on with you? Jamie says, Jay, what do you think of the drama surrounding Isaiah McKenzie's suspension? I haven't really paid much attention to it. I really haven't. There's so much stuff going on. Tell me about it. How do you feel about it? And then I'll try to get some understanding of it. DJ James says, Bob, I bet some trees were cut down to build the house. Purple says, Jay, I made the best candies and wax melts. A little longer listening to. Interesting. Okay. My family thought I had a real tree. Wow, okay. I get it. Myrtle says artificial is superficial. Shout out to you, Immortal. Oh, man. We're in a timeout commercial break, everybody. Score is 7-3. Texans have it at the 46 on the Colts side, 4th and 3, and they'll most likely end up punting here. Bob says, I'm a real tree person, too. There you go. Buffalo Sack Attacks says, I hope this game ends in a tie. Puts Buffalo in the playoffs. It's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. Listen, everybody that's hoping for Buffalo to have some kind of miracle way to get in, it's not going to happen. They're going to have to play Miami and get the win the hard way. That's how it's supposed to be set up for a Sunday night football game. There's no gimmies, my friend. There is no gimmies for the Bills. G550 says, Colts fans in the chat, explain why they are out. They aren't running the ball. Why aren't they running the ball? It's a good question, right? We seen them start off with Taylor, have a good couple runs and then just switch to the pass. Very interesting how that works. Very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, 1,025 viewers, 285 likes. Our next goal is 500. If you have not, make sure you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. We need 216 more likes, 216 more thumbs up to get to that 500 mark. So make sure you guys are hitting that like, that thumbs up. I do appreciate the support. You're rocking with us on a Saturday night. These Texans and the Colts for playoff implications. Win or go home. Let's go. Jamie says, kind of confused about it. Details weren't really provided. Just told the public suspension was due to insubordination. Yeah, like I said, I haven't read much into it. I probably will just to see what's going on. But, the same thing with, who was it? The Packers guy, Alexander. He got suspended because of the coin flip, debacle. And it's like, all right, it's just weird stuff. It's weird stuff. It's going to be a good punt here, as this is going to get down the Colts at about the 1. And they're going to have to dig themselves out of a hole after a great punt by the Texans. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 1 as the Colts take it back over. Jeffrey says, Miami News says 52% of fans at game are Buffalo fans. Go Mafia. Yeah, it's going to be crazy for sure. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to stream it. We're going to have a hell of a time. So make sure you are here tomorrow night. We are doing the Bills and the Dolphins, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be in full wardrobe. I may even have the blanket on. Shout out to you, babe. All right, here we go. 8 o'clock, Luta. 8 o'clock. This is going to be a jump by the defense here. That's going to be encroachment. And that's going to give these Colts 5 yards. That'll get them out of trouble. And that'll push them to the 6, 1st and 5. 1st and 5. Dan says, got a feeling like tomorrow afternoon will be hyped. Of course. Of course. Mr. B showing the Dolphins. All right. All right. Squish the fish, as they say, right? Squish the fish. 1st and 5 for these Colts as Minshew's directing traffic. You got the Texans showing a 4-man rush. Snap is off. This is going to be a handoff. Taylor will fight, try to get through that line and pick up maybe 4 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and about 2 coming up. The man says, don't forget the color rush jersey. Need all that energy. Listen, this is what I'm going to do. Amongst the other giveaway. I'm going to do it. I'm going to rock the red color rush jersey, and if the Bills win, I'm going to sign it and give it away to one of you guys. I'm going to give it away to one lucky subscriber, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night. Color rush red. Bills win. I will sign it and give it away. There we go. As this is going to be another handoff up the middle. Nice jump cut to the right as Taylor gets a big first down for these Colts, moving the ball as they'll get to the 14. 14, first and 10. Fincredible says I'm in Cleveland, but I'm a Buffalo fan. Let's go, man. Dakota says as a Dolphins fan, I'm terrified for my injured Fins. Yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good. Bob says a little too much work when there's not a band of chunk of coal on Christmas. All right. Here we go. This is going to be another handoff to Taylor trying to get it going. And they try picking him up after he picks up about 3 yards. That's going to lead to 2nd and 7 as they get to the 17. Get to the 17. Thinking says this is a win or go home situation. That's a fact. G550 says Bills 24, Miami 20. Wow. 4-point win, huh? Okay. Raz says, what if the Bills win? Could Miami end up number 7? Depending on how the seeding goes, I think with the Jag situation. I think. We'll see. Here we go. 2nd and 6. Minshew drops back. Quick throw on the screen. Plenty of space. Breaks through. Taylor picks up about another 6 yards as it's now going to be 3rd and 2 here for the Colts. Mortal says Bills will win because Finn's got the Chase Claypool curse working. Yeah, tell him about the Chase Claypool curse. Tell him about that one, Immortal. Shout out to my life fans. Tell him about the gun line, boss. Tell him about the gun line. All right, here we go. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 for these Colts as Minshew's back in the shotgun. We have motion. Snap is off. This is going to be another handoff. Can't fight through. And that was a blown play as he stumbles over his own player. So Taylor's going to get stopped here. It'll be 4th and 2. And what do you do here? No tush push for Minshew. They're going to go ahead and punt this thing back to the Texans. There you go. Ronald says Bills win by 14, Jay. I'm thinking so, man. I'm thinking it's going to be more than that. I think it's going to be a complete blowout. Everybody all scared and nervous and worried. I think it's going to be a blowout. I'm thinking Bills 38-7. That's what I'm thinking. Here we go. 4th and 2. Colts will punt back to these Texans. And this is going to be taken from the 15. Tries to make a quick move. He does. Hits that left side. Breaking tackle. Still going. And they'll bring him down at about the 31. And that's where the Texans will start as King II gets a nice little run back there after the punt. All right. Jake the Aerial Assassin, what up, man? What's going on with you? Double R says I'm a Cowboys fan, but good grief. We got our butts handed to us by you Bills fans. Hey, man. That's how it works. That's how it works. When you figure it out, you figure it out. Robert says, I don't need to predict the score. All I have to say is the Bills win. Shout out to you, Robert. Yes, me, Matt says, bro, you always say it's going to be a blowout. I don't always say it's going to be a blowout. I did say the last game that the Bills would win and they wouldn't cover the spread. Did I not? Did you watch the prediction video, sir? Because that's what I said. I said that the Bills would win, but they wouldn't cover the spread. Yeah, Jay, you said that. All right, 1,089 viewers, 318 likes, ladies and gentlemen. We're still trying to get to that 500. Make sure you guys hit that like, that thumbs up. Much, much appreciated. I do thank you all for rocking with us. G550 says 3rd and 2, and they line up in the gun. Are you serious? Cowboys, Commanders, who you got, Jay? I gotta go Cowboys. Dakota says Lamar versus Joe. Interesting. Bob says, what happens if the Bills don't win? I mean, there's really no scenario to where they don't. I am assuring a win, my friend. Assuring. Capitalized. In caps. All the way. Assuring a win. And if they don't, I'm going to have to answer for it. But hey, I answer for everything else I say. So there you have it. Quick shout out to Classic Man for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. I'm a classic man. Remember that song? Let's go. Shai says the Ravens made it interesting. Must win for Jags. They did. They did. As Purple says, working on my Bills wardrobe. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to you, Myrtle. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Jonas is in the building. Says today is my birthday. Go Texans and beat the Colts. Texans wide out. Noah Brown birthday today as well. Which Brown was a Cowboy? Which Brown? Oh yeah. He was. Yeah. So was Dalton Schultz. Shout out to you, Jonas. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, bro. Let's go. Showing the birthday love to Jonas. Let's go, man. All right. I think it says, what happened to that man that sang the Classic Man song? He made it was a one-hit wonder. He just vanished. I'm sure he made a ton of money, so he's probably invested in other stuff and didn't have to worry about music no more. But here we go. This is going to be a run to the left side as Singletary tries to get it going. It's going to be a pickup of about a yard. That'll lead to 2nd and 9 at the 31. The 31. Raz says if Miami loses, then it's a Browns game that determines their position, I think. I think so as well. Shout out to Jessica McNeil. Says the 26-0 butt kicking they suffered should be a wake-up call for Carolina's defense, offense, and special teams to step it up. That is a fact. Shout out to you, Jessica. As we have Mitchie the third here on the play. It's going to lead to 3rd down, 3rd and 4. And here we go. As we'll see what these Texans can draw up, and maybe they can get another 1st down here. Colts have been very good on defense on 3rd down, but the real question is, can they stay consistent and not get tired? And here we go. 3rd and 4, 15 seconds on the play clock. They're 25% on 3rd down. Last in the NFL, and we're seeing it tonight. And here we go as the Colts show a 4-man rush. Pressure comes. Nice move. Stroud throws. This is going to be caught, and they finally convert on a 3rd down. That's going to be 1st and 10. There you go. Darcinge says Colt field goal attempt next drive equals 8,000. What? What kind of bet is that? How'd you set that one up? It's crazy. Finn Credible says, answer me. My friend, calling a game here. But what did you say? Let me go back. What did you say? Yeah, I didn't see what you're saying. But all right, here we go. 1st and 10 for these Texans here. Quick throw. That's going to be incomplete. And this will lead to 2nd and 10. Josh says Texans need to win. Okay. Do they need to win? Why? Why do they need to win? Why can't the Colts win? Why the Colts got to go home? Why they got to go home? Why can't the Texans go home? Here we go. 2nd and 10 for these Texans as Stroud takes the snap. This is going to be a handoff up the middle. They'll pick up maybe 3-4 yards on the carry. It's going to lead to 3rd and about 6 coming up here as Singletary is struggling to get past this line. 3rd and 7. Dakota says, Jay, thoughts on Pat Mahomes making the Pro Bowl and not Josh Allen? I think it's petty. You want to get into that conversation, huh? You want to get Jay going about the Pro Bowl controversy in regards to Josh Allen, huh? I mean, go look at the stats. What does that tell you? Oh, Jay, it's because Patrick Mahomes is so popular. Okay. That's fine. So that would mean then that because of the stats, we need to go ahead and make sure that Allen is back in the MVP conversation, right? Especially if they blow out Miami tomorrow. Would he be in the MVP conversation? Let's make it make sense. Here we go, 4th and 1. And the line jumps. No. Looks like it's going to be a false start. That is critical. That's going to push them back. It's going to be 4th and 6, and that is going to force them to punt the ball now after they could have just picked up the 1 yard run. This is going to lead to them punting back to the Colts, and that's a heartbreaker because you're in the position to get a first down here, go for it, and now they're going to go ahead and punt back to the Colts. Silverado says all those rushing touchdowns didn't mean a thing. Oh, listen, I've had so many conversations over the last 48 hours about how rushing touchdowns don't matter. And I'm just confused because the last time I checked, rushing yards and rushing touchdowns definitely lead to points, and points definitely lead to winning games, and all points add up. But if you don't want to consider them because you're looking at your favorite quarterback and how they have so many passing yards and passing touchdowns, then I could see why you want to do that and leave out the fact that somebody would have 15 rushing touchdowns, because, you know, it's real easy. It's real easy for everybody to get 15 rushing touchdowns, right? Everybody can go out on that field and get 15 rushing touchdowns. So, you know, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Here we go. So the Texans will punt back to the Colts. They'll take it at the 11, 1st and 10 with 7 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock left in this second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Luda says, Bob, why is Jay dogging my Colts? I'm not dogging the Colts. They got to do better. They've got to do better. Right? The defense is what's basically holding this Texans team down, but you're not going to win with 3 points. You got to score. You got to score. As Bob says, Josh Allen is a bum. Wow. Unbelievable. A bum. If Josh Allen is a bum, what's Patrick Mahomes right now? Here we go. Quick throw as this is going to be caught and incomplete as he dropped it. He had it in his hands and then dropped it immediately. That was a great throw there by Minshew, but it couldn't be reeled in as that's going to be incomplete to Allie Cox there. What a throw. You got to bring that in, my friend. You got to bring that in. Dakota says Bills Lions Super Bowl. Oof. That'll be interesting. Look at Finn Credible trying to get my attention. You're like, Jay, pay attention to me. All right, you're a bum. Oh, man, here we go. This is going to be a handoff up the middle, as this is going to be for about 7 yards. And it's going to lead to 2nd and 3 as Moss gets it going. Shout out to Zach Moss. Let's go. Immortal says, Rich, I bribed Jay to go to Washington, to go with Washington. That is not a fact at all. That is not a fact. Go Scout, what up, man? What's going on with you? Captain says, I actually have more faith in Mahomes than all the other quarterbacks in the NFL combined. I'm not a Mahomes fan, but he's won 2 Super Bowls. I expect him to be better in the playoffs. You have more faith in Mahomes than all the quarterbacks in the NFL combined? Combined! Makes sense of that. That's crazy. He said combined. All right. I'm not going to get into it tonight. I'm not going to do it. Minshew drops back, quick throw on a screen. Can't get there. And he's going to be short. It's going to be 4th and 2 now. And this is going to be another Colts punt back to the Texans. Daniel says, I'm a Dolphins fan from upstate New York, residing in Minerva, Ohio. Used to the Dolphins haters. Fins up, and we got y'all this time. All right, Daniel. Listen, tomorrow night, it's probably going to be do or die, and all the talking's over. Well, not really, right? But it kind of is. Because if the Bills beat you twice in the regular season, you're most likely going to get dusted off in the first round by somebody else. And that's going to be the end of the Dolphins story. There's always next year. That's going to be the discussion when it's all said and done for the Dolphins. And it's sad because I had high hopes for Tua this year. I really did. I said if that man stays healthy, then the Dolphins would be a threat. But I'm starting to see the cracks in the door. And, yeah. We'll see what they do in the playoffs. Shout out to Priscilla. Says Bills will beat the Dolphins. Nick says Lions could be the most dangerous team in the playoffs. You know, if Dan Campbell can find a way to not coach with so much emotion, you might be right. We're in a timeout commercial break. Score is 7-3. After the punt, the Texans will have it back at their 43, 1st and 10. We got 6 minutes and 23 seconds left in this second quarter. Bob says, Jay, I was joking. Mahomes is a homeless bum. Oh yeah, you know we're all just chopping it up tonight. It's all fun. It's all fun discussion. Great banter for sure. You know, the reality is this. I just did a little, Allen versus Mahomes discussion. Was it last night? Yeah, last night. And once you break down the last 5 games, they both look terrible. That was my point. Like when someone's talking, oh, Allen or Mahomes this, Mahomes that. And I'm like, well, even if I decide to take off the touchdowns, the rushing touchdowns, Mahomes and Allen have had like the worst last 5 games of the season that they should have never had. So how does that matter when it comes to the playoffs, though? That's the difference. Because I think once we get to the playoffs, everyone's thinking it's just this one direction through Baltimore. And I've said it could be. But if they're able to get everything together and figure it out in the playoffs, we very much could have another situation to where it's the Chiefs and the Bills and the AFC Championship. And then obviously this time the Bills just completely destroy them and go on to the Super Bowl. There you go. So 1st and 10 for these Texans now. As we're going to have a run here by Singletary to the right side. It's going to be a pickup of about 7 yards. It's going to lead to 2nd and 3 as the Texans get it going here. For Incredible says, hey, Jay, my house burnt down 5 days ago. It's kind of bad, man. If your house burned down, then hope you have, some kind of provisions or people are helping you out. That's kind of tough. Tyreek Hill actually just had a house fire too, man. Kids playing with cigarettes and lighters and stuff. It's not good. Quick throw here. That's going to be caught, and that's going to lead to a 1st down for these Texans as Sauber gets it going. 5 yards on the catch. Immortal says Detroit wants to play Stafford as much as Michigan wants to play Penix. I like it. I like it. Dakota says it was an electrical fire. You know how people talk. They're going to say it was electrical, but we know. We know what be going on with these kids. We know. Like, you're not going to say it was the kid smoking. You're going to say it was electrical. You know how this thing goes. And here we go. Game and Leo, I'm a Chiefs fan. Shout out to you, man. Let's go. Jacob says, Jay, do you think my Steelers clinch the playoffs? I mean, they're rooting for some other stuff to happen. It hasn't happened yet. Charlenta, what up? As this is going to be a toss to the right side. Singletary gets out of trouble, and he'll pick up another short gain for 3 yards, and that's going to lead to 3rd and 2. Another 3rd and short situation for the Texans here. Can they get another first down? DJ Jeans says, my house burned down when I was a kid. The whole town helped rebuild. It was good to have skilled neighbors. That's a fact. It's always good to have some people around that knows what to do when those kind of situations happen. For sure. Father Time says you weren't watching a football game either, DJ. This is going to be a big play here as Collins is on the move, still going, and he'll get down to about the 10 as Collins comes up with another big play. Put your ball in the hands of this man, and he's going to make something happen. He is going to make something happen. Yo, did anybody see Franklin's chain? That chain with the diamonds was dancing in that chain. That's crazy. Franklin's got a chain that looks absolutely insane. Like, he got one of the best chains I've seen in a long time. The diamonds was dancing. Wow. All right, here we go. 1st and goal, hits the left side. Nice move in, and that's going to be a run of about 6 yards. It'll lead to 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. Tactical says insurance company has joined the chat. Oh, man. 2:50 on the clock left in this second quarter as it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. Go says, oh, right here. Here we go, Houston. Here we go. Let's see if they can punch it in. Let's see if they can punch it in. Do or die, win or go home for these Texans and Colts. 5 seconds on the play clock. Shroud directing traffic, and this is going to be a handoff up the middle. Colts defense can't stop. No, they do. They hold him to about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 1 now. And let's see what they draw up. As Venom King says, the Bills lose. Will they still make the playoffs if the Jags lose? But we know that's not going to happen. It's going to come down to the wire. Bills will be in a do or die situation and have to go down to Miami and win. Dante says, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Keep up the great work, young man. Here we go. Steelers Nation. Shout out to you, Dante. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Tower says, who do you have for the Michigan, James? Jay, I got Washington, bro. I got Washington. A lot of people were mad and upset with me, but it's all right. We'll see on Monday night. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be an exciting game. I'm hyped for it. I'm ready. O to P, what up? What's going on with you? Gaming Leo says, do you think Chiefs will beat? I don't know what that is, bro. Washington plays so balanced. I'm telling you, people are thinking it's just going to be Michigan go and, destroy Washington because they got a solid defense. But when they go up against Penix and them wide receivers and them boys break loose, it's going to be a wake-up call. I'm telling you. It's going to be a wake-up call. Shante, what up? What's going on with you? Text 713 says it is literally impossible for the Colts to lose tonight. You know, when Tech 713 starts chanting that same message, it's literally impossible. Weird things start happening on the field. I pay attention. Tech 713. When he starts saying that, weird things start happening on the field. We'll see. We'll see. George Tucker says, "Go Huskies." Let's go. Go Scouts. Is Washington going to win? The refs said so. Wow, not the refs. Now we're in a timeout commercial break. 2-minute warning. Shout out to you guys. All right, so here we go. Third and goal for these Texans. They're at the 1 as we come back from the 2-minute warning. We'll see what they draw up here. Snap is off. Pressure comes. Shroud throws back of the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown to Beck, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. What a play. What a design. Good touchdown for the Texans as they'll extend this lead, pinning the extra point, 14-3. And there it is. That was super easy. Yeah, he was wide open. Nobody was back there. Nobody put their hands up on the defensive line to deflect the ball. And Beck was just back there like, just toss it out. Give it to me. Easiest touchdown I'll ever get. Wow. Easiest touchdown ever. Bob says Colts love to come from behind. We've seen it. We've seen it happen. There was definitely a different quarterback on this team when that happened, though. That's for sure. That is for sure. Remember that crazy comeback, that 30 point comeback? That was crazy. Kevin says Washington championship on last year on the Pac-12. What does that mean? Rav says, I thought if you were east of Mississippi, you have to root for Michigan, and west of Mississippi River than Washington. Really? Is that a thing? Like you have to? You have to. I remember when I went down to Florida, this is how I became an FSU fan. I got cornered. I was at lunch. I got cornered by 2 sets of kids. I had just got down there. I didn't really know much about college football. And they were like, what's your favorite team? The Gators or the Seminoles? And I'm looking around like, am I going to get jumped because I don't know what the hell's going on? And at that point, I was just like, FSU. And all the Gators kids got so mad. And then I was like inducted into like the school's Hall of Fame for Seminoles kids. And they welcomed me with open arms. And then I started watching the Seminoles games, and that was it. There you go. I'm going to do my own little interview. Somebody call Shannon Sharp. I'm ready to tell my truths in 2024. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to do it. Shout out to you, David. What up, man? What's going on with you? Miles says, Jay, Michigan is going to win. I hate to break the hearts of Washington fans and those rooting for them. Hey, listen, if you think it's going to happen, that's fine that you think it's going to happen. You know, people thought that, you know, the Ravens were going to win too, but it didn't happen. Here we go. 1st and 10, as this is going to be a handoff. Hits that left side hard. That's going to be a big first down for these Colts. And here we go. It says, who has the best wings? And 716, Duffs. Some people like Anchor Bar. Some people like Lenovo's. Me, I'm a big Duff's guy. I like Duff's. It's my go-to. As we're going to have a quick throw here that's going to be caught, it looks like. And this is going to lead to second down, but there is a flag. There is a flag here. As that ball did hit the ground, but it looks like he did have it corralled. So let's see what happens here. Shout out to Aiko. Says Happy New Year. Says listening Washington from Norway. Let's go all the way from Norway. Shout out to all the international watchers in the building tonight. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Colts sound lifeless. It's tough. It's tough. It is tough. Says Duff for sure. Yeah, Duff's it's a fact. It's a fact. Davis says, hey man, we appreciate your content. I hope you had a good year. This is going to be the year you blow up. Man, I'm looking forward to it. I do thank you all for the support and love. And I hope that everybody has a great 2024 and everybody that's listening and watching has a successful year. Way better than last year for sure. As this is going to be thrown incomplete. They're trying to say that ball came out. Texas did pick it up, but there's another flag on the ground here. And we'll see what happens. Blake Cito, that would be the Texans. They get the ball at the half. They get the ball at the half. Shout out to JJ. What up, JJ? What's going on with you? JJ in the house. Thinking says football is not really territorial. I love FSU. Go Seminoles. Let's go, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen. As it looks like some kind of interference or illegal contact, and that's going to push the Colts to the 41. 39. Here we go. 1st and 10. Minshew back in the shotgun. And there's going to be a timeout called here. Well, another flag. False start. False start. You call me Blake. All right, shout out to you, Blake. Let's go, man. Priscilla says not going for either team. Just want a close game because it makes it more fun. Let's go. Their hard count makes them false start. Yeah, right? Like, you would think you'd have that figured out by now. It's week 18. Have your hard count figured out so that your line doesn't jump and cost you 5 yards in the most critical points in the game. But here we go. Snap is off. Pressure comes. Minshew going for it all to the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. Passes to Michael Pittman. It'll be 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Says if the Texans make the playoffs, will they make a deep run? It's a good question, right? I feel like the Texans have a solid offense. I think it's going to come down to the defense and who they play. But it's very hard to really have an understanding as far as who they be matched up with, considering how the seeding has to go. Once and if we get to that point, we'll know better for sure. But here we go. 2nd and 15, 4 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off. Pressure comes. Minshew pumps, throws end zone. Incomplete. Allie Cox was right there and just couldn't reel it in. That's the second time that's happened. Beautiful throws here from Minshew, but they just can't reel it in. It's going to be 3rd and 15 now, as Allie Cox is just one step short of reeling that in for a touchdown. Incomplete. Says Texans are getting the ball. Oh, then they are winning. I took Stroud to have more touchdown than Minshew. Okay. Jaleesa in the house says that guy said Broncos will come back New Year a playoff team. Who said that? Shout out to King Jaffe. Who told you that? Oh man! So after the quick run here, it's going to be 4th and down, and these Colts look bad. They look bad. They got to figure something out. You know, receivers just not catching the ball, not making good decisions. Minshew overthrowing. So they'll maybe put up another field goal here, and we'll see if they can punch it in. Bob says Jay really loved the debate with the Holy Roller. I was trying to forget about that, Bob. I was trying to forget about it, man. Listen, there's no debate when it comes to being accredited to talk about certain things, especially of that magnitude, right? I can't walk into a school and just start telling people that I'm a teacher and start teaching high schoolers science or math or history. I have to be accredited for that. I have to have the credentials for it before I can go teach. Now, here we go. Kick is up for these Colts. Field goal is good. And that score is now going to be 14-6. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Says, what game are we doing tomorrow? It's going to be the Bills and the Dolphins, my friend. Bills and Dolphins tomorrow. Bob says, totally agree. Yeah, man. Without a doubt. Shout out to Teresa. So Teresa, AJ, and everyone. Did Ravens rest their starters? Yeah, they did. They did. It is a one-score game, right? 14-6, 35 seconds left in the clock in this second quarter. But Colts offense has not been playing at the level they need to, or playing like this is a game that is win or go home. It's been the defense that's been stepping up and that has held these Texans to 14 points. And the offense of the Colts is really going to have to figure something out heading into this second half for sure. Shout out to Heath. What up, Heath? What's going on with you? Jimbo says, not in politics. You can lie all you want. Yeah, that's politics, though. We were talking about something totally different. Totally different. Gaming Leo says Chiefs 38-17 Chargers tomorrow. Interesting. Dakota says, how crazy if the Jags lose and Bills lose, wouldn't they still be in the playoffs? Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Iko says, I think the Texans are going to be a team that will be difficult to beat next season. For sure. Shout out to you guys. What do you at as far as likes? We're at 390 likes. Next goal is going to be 500, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. We need 110 more likes, 110 more thumbs up. So if you can, use your index finger, use your thumb, whatever you can to hit that like button so we can hit our next goal. I do thank you all for rocking with us. Good Flop says, hoping tomorrow's game is not a nail-biter. Bills up early, big early, and score often. That's a fact, but we know it's going to be one of those games where everybody's sitting on the edge of their seat. And the reality is this. I love it. I do. I love it. Just like Allen. You know, when Allen takes a big hit, it's like, I love it. I love it. Quick shout out to Jabra, all the way from Dominican Republic. Let's go, man. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Welcome to the channel. Here we go. This is going to be a handoff, no gain on the run, and looks like we'll have a timeout here at 29 seconds. It's going to be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Jimmy Flat Earth says, do you ever do UFC pay-per-view? I could do it, you know, if the channel wanted me to do it and you guys wanted to pitch in and all come together and, you know, we purchase whatever specific fight that you guys want. I'd be down to do it. I'd be down to, you know, purchase it, commentate it for you guys, and we go from there. You just got to let me know. CJ Stroud is something special. Yeah, he is. He definitely is. Minshew is not a starting quarterback. He is a backup. That's a fact. Go says, AJ, who do you think is going to win this game? I got the Texans. What are your opinions on Lions-Browns Super Bowl? I don't like it. Just because I don't think that gets the hype, right? I would love to see the Cinderella story. I get it. I just don't think that gets like the hype that a Super Bowl would like get. You know what I'm saying? Browns, Lions, it's like, really? You need like a dynamic to it for the Super Bowl. So if the Lions do go, then you need like Chiefs Lions or Bills Lions or Ravens Lions. Or if the Browns go, you need Browns 49ers, Browns Cowboys, Browns Eagles, you know, something like that. Because Browns Lions, I don't think that would be the one, man. I don't think that'd be the one. As in here, ends here says Browns Lions yuck. Tyler says, Jay, can I make a bet with you? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Quick shout out to Ryan being a member for 14 months. Showing the love, showing the loyalty, being a member of the family, ladies and gentlemen. Says hoping for a tie in this game or Titans win, so I don't have to sweat the night game. Come on, you know how this goes. We got to sweat the night game regardless. You already know how this goes. You already know. Here we go, 3rd and 12. Pressure comes. Stroud drops back, has all the time in the world. As he throws incomplete, clock will stop at 18 seconds. It'll be 4th and 12. 18 seconds left in this second quarter. Immortal says, Soupy in the Super Bowl. The Bills are going to beat the Dolphins tomorrow 35-20. Okay. Do the Bears keep Fields? I'm not sure. I think they should. I think he's looking great. I think next year is going to be way different for the Bears. I think they found their game. They found a solid offense later on in the season that could transform to being something great. They pick up a couple other pieces as far as with the defense, but we'll see. We'll see. So it's going to be 7 seconds on the clock, 1st and 10. I mean, I think at this point you just go ahead and, down this thing here, but maybe they go for one shot. We'll see. We'll see. Maddox says, what is your ideal Super Bowl? My ideal Super Bowl would be Bills Cowboys. That'd be my ideal Super Bowl. Here we go. 1st and 10 for these Colts. Minshew back in the shotgun. 7 seconds on the clock. And here we go. Directing traffic. Calls another audible. Snap is off. They bring 3. Minshew rolls out to the right side. Has time. And he just chucks this up incomplete, and that's going to take us to halftime, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. There you go. Shout out to you guys for rocking with us. We're on halftime now. Texans will get the ball back after halftime, and I'm going to take a quick break, get something to eat, and I'll be back for the 3rd quarter. Shout out to you guys.
Ticket sales and resales show 51% Bills fans in the Fin Dome.
All right, as we get back to it, ladies and gentlemen, Colts will be kicking off to your Texans, and here we go as we get started. As we have kickoff, it looks like it's going to be a touchback, so these Texans will take it at their 25. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. All right. Ryan, it's crazy out in these streets, bro. It's crazy out in these streets. Oh, boy, as we have a quick pass here, that's going to be caught as these Texans come out moving the ball. Collins for 23 yards, and that's going to lead to 1st and 10 at the 48. 48. It's funny, though, because, they had to subscribe to say that. Like, they had to subscribe to say that. That's the beauty of it. It's like, thank you for the engagement. I love it. I'm like, Alan, I love it. I love it. I love it. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 48 for these Texans. Snap is off. Play fake. Trouble comes. Quick throw on a screen. Nice move. Tries to stay on his feet, but Singletary will only pick up 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Blake says, what do you think is happening this drive? Touchdown, turnover, field goal, punt? Well, it's a lot of things that could happen, my friend, but I would like to say I'm thinking they're going to score again. Think a touchdown. Think a touchdown, my friend. Jimbo says 80% win rate the way both are playing this year. Shout out to you, Jimbo. 2nd and 9. Here we go. Here we go. As Stroud's under center. This is going to be a flag. False start probably coming right up. And it is. So there you go. It'll be 2nd and 13 now at the 45. What up, Becky? What's going on with you? Let's go. It's 2nd and 13 at the 45 now for these Texans. As Nico Collins been having a great year. Great year. 1,000 reception yards, single season franchise history. Andre Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins, Nico Collins, and that's going to be Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, who is now rocking with the Dallas Cowboys. Some great wide receivers have ended up with the Texans for sure. As Stroud is in trouble and he'll get taken down. That's going to be a big loss. Big loss, ladies and gentlemen. 8 yards lost is going to be 3rd and 21 after the sack as Buckner breaks through that line and brings down Stroud, who did not see that coming at all. Good defense by the Colts. Vegas says Colts make a comeback. If you were going to bet Stroud, what kind would it be? It would have been probably beginning of the game in yards. I would have probably taken the over on yards. But here we go. Quick throw out to the flat. This is going to be caught, and he'll pick up 5-6 yards maybe. And that's going to lead to 4th and long, and these Texans will end up punting. So there you go. Lifted. That is a fact. Ryan says, you think there's no way Colts will win, but geez. It's crazy, man. Nico Collins has 27 fantasy points. Yeah, Nico's been balling, man. He's been catching some crazy passes for huge yardage. CJ Stroud has been finding him various different ways, and that's what you get when you have a strong quarterback and a strong wide receiver duo. And there you go. As the Colts are going to get this back here, goes down at about the 13. It'll be 1st and 10 as we have 11 minutes and 46 seconds left in this third quarter. What up, Geared Up? Geared Up. Geared Up. It says you are going to cry if the Bills miss the playoffs. Will I? I remember streaming the AFC Championship and I didn't cry when we had like 10,000 people in here. I remember streaming the Bills lost to the Bengals in the playoffs. I didn't cry. I remember that. Why would I cry? Why? 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 Quick shout out to Frederica says, Jay, what do you think about Dalvin Cook? Yeah, Ravens were having some potential injuries or issues with injuries, so I definitely think, Dalvin's going to be good in the mix, and he's going to be able to contribute. The good thing about the Ravens offense is they have a good way of spreading the ball. So adding Dalvin Cook to the mix will basically lead to them having a better opportunity as far as creating diversions for other players for sure. I like it. Blake says, surprised that there is no interceptions today. The fact. Francois says, so there you go, T-shirts. I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. Hashtag Purple Don't Play. So there you go, T-shirts. I'm doing it, man. Kick the damn ball. Yeah. Becky says, boo. Texans. Sadly, Anthony Richardson is the most injured player already. Yeah, he's, very promising, but when you have a kind of situation where you see someone go down and have those kind of injuries, it can definitely change the outlook and the promise that you think, is going to happen with these guys because, it's not like people are investing in this guy, It's not like people are investing in this guy. This actually just came in this morning. I'm on the wave. Luta. Jay, why do you hate my Colts? I'm on the wave. I only purchase people that I feel like are going to be great. And there you go. There you go. Frederica says, is it safe to say Cook will cook and be more? That's a new thing. Let him cook. Let him cook. We'll see. Shout out to you, Johnny. What up, man? What's going on with you? Mike Yoder says, I'm missing Rodgers' play. Wonder who else is on the... Oh, my goodness. I'm not doing it. You can say what basically whatever you want to say in that realm of that discussion, but I'm not going there. You ain't about to Pat McCaffrey me. Here we go. 1st and 10 for these Colts as Minshew's under center. This is going to be a handoff up the middle. Taylor on the move, breaking tackles. He'll pick up about 11 yards, and that's going to be a big first down for these Colts. There it is. Nick Reddy says Bills Oilers 93, best playoff game ever. Let's go. Times is actually the most injured as a college quarterback we saw the other night. It'll be interesting draft board. Bills are winning for sure. Mike says, come on, bro. Jimbo says, allegedly. Yeah, you got to say allegedly, man. You can't just be throwing stuff out there and saying stuff like that, man. And even then, even when you say things like happen allegedly, you have to have factual evidence stating that even could be the situation. You can't just be throwing stuff out there, man. I'm not. Listen, as much stuff as I talk about, I know that I can say, all right, this person's trash, right? You can say that. This person plays like trash, they're trash, whatever. You can even go in the realm of which you shouldn't just because, but you could be like, I don't like this person's personality. Their personality is trash. You can say that. But what you cannot say is that this person is involved with this person who did a crime. And they better be careful because they should be worried about this list coming out. Do you know how ridiculous that is? Do you know the ramifications of that, especially with that situation? We can't get into it. Can't do it. Can't get into it, man. As this is going to be a big play here for Taylor. Big run. He's still going. That's going to be a touchdown for your Colts. What a great run there by Taylor, making it look easy. Finally strikes, no flags, and things just got very, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting. Jake Browning scared to throw far, but you cannot say is alleged accusations on the character of the person spoken of. No, you can't implicate them in a specific event or in a specific situation that's tied to something criminally like that. That's what leads into lawsuits and all that kind of stuff. Is this is going to be thrown 2-point conversion converted by Ali Cox, and he'll finally catch one, and that's going to be for some points. We got ourselves a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 14-14 after the 2-point conversion is good. There it is. Tech was correct. Run the ball. Didn't I say when Tech says that it is impossible for a team to lose, crazy things happen? Didn't I say that? I know I said that. I definitely said that. Whenever Tech says things like it's impossible for the Colts to lose, weird stuff happens. And there you go. 5 times his implication is weakness. People suffer. Mike says, lots of love, Jay, and the family figured I'd stir the pot. Jess will be great next year. Hey, listen, you know, the reality is this. We go through this all the time. I was actually having a great conversation earlier with a good friend, and we were talking about this actual situation. You know, when you get in front of this camera and this mic, certain people think that you can just say whatever you want. You can't just say whatever you want, especially if you have any kind of significant following. And when I say significant, people don't realize if you have a following of 5,000 loyal people, 5,000 loyal followers, and you start saying something, it's going to go viral. 5,000 people is a significant following if they're loyal. Now, just imagine if you've got 1 million, 5 million, 10 million actual loyal followers, and you start saying some crazy stuff. Imagine the ramifications of that. That's why the situation where Aaron Rodgers is so big and so important, and why it's being blown up, because you can't just say whatever you want to say, and especially in that kind of situation. So now you have, you know, the situation with McCaffrey and him going back and forth with ESPN, which ESPN is owned by Disney. And at the end of the day, Jimmy Kimmel makes a lot of money for Disney and Pat McCaffrey makes money for ESPN. So imagine the conversations that are happening in those boardrooms, right? So when you start understanding those kind of situations and, you know, what you can and what you can't say, you move a little different as far as how, you know, what situations go. So there you go. Robo Jimmo says, I noticed you had to chill on all the S-Rip talk. YouTube likes their advertising revenue, and so do you. Exactly. There's a line, right? First off, there's a way to say things without saying them. And if you're not smart enough to understand that, then you probably shouldn't be saying things in front of the camera anyways. You can say things without saying them so that it gets thrown out there, but people understand it. And that's just the reality of it. But we'll keep going. Yeah, they were closed? Yeah. That sucks. Did you look at the other locations?
Yeah, they were closed.
They're all closed? Yeah, it sucks. All right. So here we go. Here we go. 1st and 10 for these Texans. Snap is off. Pressure comes. This is going to be a handoff up the middle, and that's going to be for about 2 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for these Texans. Becky says, Jay, who do you think is going to win? I've got the Texans. G550 says, Tom Brady tired of the talking. I think he plays for a team in 24. Yeah. Shout out to Frederica says, you're right, Jay. Just ask my quarterbacky. Ask Miss Quarterbacky. Right? You got to be careful how you say stuff. That is for sure. Nick Reddy says, but he is on the list. Do you have proof of that, or was it just something you've seen online?
Who did he say was on the list?
So I have to make sure I say this correctly. This is how you say it. Aaron Rodgers was on the Pat McCaffrey show, and he stated that Jimmy Kimmel was on the Epstein list. Yeah, that's how I have to say that. Vegas says, oh, man, Texans Colts are better. why Texans, Colts are better. On paper, the Texans are better. If you go look at the players and break things down, by stat, you'll see that the Texans are better on paper. But here we go. Deep throw. This is going to be incomplete. And this will lead to a 4th and long and another Texans punt, ladies and gentlemen. Peter says, looks like a great game so far. It is. Tie ball game. It's about to get crazy. It is about to get crazy. Shout out to Michelle. What's going on with you? Brady might land in Vegas? That'd be crazy. He said it would be funny if he was on the list. See, that's the problem, right? It's a problem just by even saying it because it leads to so many different ways that can be interpreted. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Jamie says, Jay, if it's online, isn't it the truth? Yo. Oh, man. All right, so here we go. Texans will end up punting back to these Colts. Kick is off. Good kick. Pushed him way back to about the 12. Hits that right side, cuts back in, and he'll get chopped down at the 20. And that's where the Colts will start. 1st and 10. Tactical says, Jay, I've seen 3 to 4 versions of the list. We might never really know. That's my point. But see, you can't say it until it's actually officially confirmed. If you're not an actual journalist within that realm, it's best to just wait until it's reported by like a Fox News or a CNN. And I know, I don't like it. Fox News, I get it. MSNBC, whichever one. At the end of the day, once they say it, you're allowed to use the word allegedly in your conversations then because it's already been reported on. There's a point of reference, right? Because you can talk about something when it comes from an official source. But if you just spew some nonsense out there in front of hundreds of thousands of people, that's where the issue's going to come into play. Quick shout out to Nonsense for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Let's go. Colin K says, do us a favor and end this game in a tie. Could you imagine? If that really happens, that'd be wild. Absolutely wild. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. DJ Gene says, don't think for yourself until major media tells you what to think. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have to understand that if you have a platform and if you have a voice, you can't say certain specific things until things are released officially, especially if you don't have the accreditation to talk about it. That's what I'm saying. Always think for yourself. Always use your third eye without being woke. We don't want to get into that. But at the end of the day, you have to figure out what you can and what you can't say in front of hundreds of thousands of people. That's just the reality of it. Do you know how much money's made off controversy every day? No, and people are like, get back to football, Jay. We're in a timeout. We'll get back to football in a minute. This is the reality. It's very easy to make money off controversy. There's channels on YouTube right now that make money off lies every day. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars are made on YouTube off lies because someone's throwing somebody under the bus for some garbage that never happened, or someone's saying someone's a fraud, or someone's saying all this, that, and the third. And guess what? People eat it up all day, every day. That's why you have the situation that you have right now with Rodgers. But we're going to get back to it because y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Y'all ain't ready for that. We'll save that for another day. Here we go. 1st and 10 for these Colts as Minshew's directing traffic. We have motion. Snap is off. This is going to be a handoff to the right side. Get some space. Still going. And he'll pick up about 7 yards in the run as Moss takes it. And that's going to lead to 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Jamie says defamation is real. And if you don't want to get sued, you'll be smart. Simple as that. Exactly. 2nd down. Geared Up says, I'm going to say what I want to say. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead and get you a following of about 100,000 people and then start saying whatever you want to say and see how it goes. 2nd and 3. Hand off to Moss again. Gets another quick block, and that's going to lead to a big 1st down here as he picks up major yardage, 11 yards in the play. 1st and 10 Colts. 1st and 10 Colts. Man, say what you want to say unless you're scared. Yo, it's wild. You really don't get it. He really don't get it. Shout out to you, Scott. You really don't get it. Do you know? I got to cook for a minute. Do you realize that how much money is made on YouTube by the average YouTuber? Average. As this is going to be another big run play here to the left side. 22 yards in the carry by Taylor as the Colts are getting this run going. Now, just imagine if they started saying whatever they wanted to say because they weren't scared. Listen, you start seeing YouTube money. That first time you get demonetized, you're going to start apologizing and sending in disputes and telling everybody you're sorry. The next day, I guarantee it. You know how I know? Because I went through it. Learn from experience. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Shout out to Tactical. Says sure thing. Get a YouTube channel and say anything. You'll be struck down day one. Listen, in 2020, if you started talking about the situation, Tactical, what did they do? They took down them channels left and right. You could have had a channel about talking about socks and pencils. As soon as you mentioned anything about that specific situation, channel came down. Left and right. G550 says, talk to him. Some people have no filter and refuse to get online. Listen, it's easy. It's really easy to sit behind the phone or the computer and just comment on a video. But when you step in front of that mic and that camera and you got thousands of people watching you who can make things that you say go viral, who can stir things up, things become very different. And if you're not smart enough to handle that, if you're not smart enough or responsible enough, because that's really what it's all about. If you're not smart and responsible enough to be able to handle that, you shouldn't have it. You shouldn't have it. Jimbo says, same as fines are getting in trouble when they talk fines and fees. We get real humble. Exactly. Shout out to you, Tyler. You already know, yo. You already know. Average is 42. I'm not talking like your regular average. I'm talking about the average YouTuber that's actually doing this for like a living. It's way different. Nick Reddy says, I'm banned for life from Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Oh, man. Rick, that's part of it. Rick. That's just a part of the scheme, without a doubt. But here we go. We got to get back focused. Let's get back focused. 1st and 10 for these Colts here who have a renewed spark on offense in this tie ball game. 14-14, 7 minutes and 28 seconds left in this third quarter. Can the Colts take the lead? Goes to say what you want, but have the facts to back it up. That's true. But even then, you still got to be careful how you say it. So this is going to be, looks like a run here of maybe a yard or potentially no gain. It's going to lead to 2nd and long for these Colts here. Yeah, this game is crazy for sure. I don't think anybody expected to be tied up in the third quarter, 14-14. That's a fact. Raps has only picked the Colts because of home field. They are due close. Okay. Geared Up says, so what are YouTubers going to do when the internet shuts down? What's anybody going to do when the internet shuts down? Like, if the internet shuts down, YouTube's going to be the least of anybody's problems. Because the internet shuts down, everything shuts down. Gas pumps shut down. You're not going to be able to go into the stores and get food. You can't go to Walmart, use that self-checkout. You think there's gonna be cashiers in there trying to take cash? No. Your bank account gets shut down. It's not about YouTubers, my friend. It's not about YouTubers if the internet goes down. That's the least of the worries. Better get yourself some gold and silver, my friend. Better get yourself some gold and silver. All right, here we go. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 for these Colts as Minshew's directing traffic. 4 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off. Pressure comes. In trouble. Throws deep. And no, that's going to be batted down. Good defense by the Texans. That's going to be 4th and 9. 4th and 9. Shout out to Tactical. Says, Jay, they ain't ready for that grid down talk, bro. Listen. I've been pricing out bunkers, yo. Y'all think I'm playing. I've been pricing out bunkers for the last month. I'm like, all right, this joint like 50, 60. Maybe I could do this. Maybe I can move this around. Y'all dead serious. Y'all think I'm playing. All right, here we go. As the Colts will go ahead and kick a field goal to take the lead, and it looks like they missed it. That's going to be a miss, and the game will stay tied, 14-14. Shout out to Antonio. What up, man? What's going on with you? What a miss there as it hits the right goalpost, and this game stays tied. Tactical, yeah, man. Father Time says silver and gold. Guess Christmas isn't over, only for the smart people. Listen, I just made me another purchase this week. 1 ounce bars. Just made me another purchase this week. Y'all better wake up. Get you some gold and silver. Throw it in the safe. Hold on to it. Throw it in the safe. Hold on to it. Bob said, man, the Colts suck. It's a tie ball game. How? It's a tie ball game. Jimbo says, dudes, we're 90 kids. Keep hard copies of DVDs, candles, and some video games. You'll be all right, right? Go dust off that old DVD player, that old VHS. You might need it. Talking about the internet shut down. You better make sure you have your full collector's edition DVD set of Lord of the Rings if the internet goes down. You better have that special edition of Heading to Mordor if the internet goes down, my friend, because you're going to need something to keep you occupied. Better go get that Friends edition, too. All episodes. I'm going to get the Simpsons joints because, you know, the Simpsons be predicting stuff, so I'm going to need to get that whole every season on DVD. Y'all think I'm playing. I'm serious. Tactical says, Jay, I got silver. Gold is out of range, so I'll sell the house. Yeah, you can get the small ones. You don't got to start big. Get the small ones. You know, start off with a you know, the gold. You could do the gold grams. You know, listen, every little bit turns into a big bit. There you go. Shout out to you, Blake. Bob says, Jay, I have about 4 ounces of raw gold that I dug up on my own. See? Bob knows. Bob was out there digging up raw gold, and y'all didn't even know. He was out there, listen, I know what's coming. I'm out here and dig up this gold, and I'm going to hold on to it. Because one day, I'm going to have to trade with this gold. Let's go. Let's go. So we're in a quick timeout commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. Here we go. 1st and 10 for these Texans as Shroud is back under center. 15 seconds on the play clock. 5 minutes, 37 seconds on the game clock. And here we go. A little flea flicker action. Shroud in trouble, steps up. He's just going to keep it on the run, and he'll dive, picking up the first down. There you go. There you go. Go says Simpsons, Cosby's, Law and Order. Oh, yeah, you got to get the Law and Order. Them joints keep you occupied, too. That is a fact. That is a fact. Says unused sealed copy of the Ultimate Mortal Kombat game for PlayStation is going for $3,000 on eBay. Does anybody wonder why? Right? Go look at some of those original Nintendo games that's sealed, selling for hundreds of thousands. You know why? Because if it all boils down, you got to crack that game and play that game, and that's all you got for entertainment. Guess what? That game gonna be priceless. Oh, why are you paying $10,000 for a game in a sealed box, Jay? Well, because guess what? If something comes down, that game gonna be worth a whole lot more than that. As we get a run here for about 4 yards, that's gonna lead to 2nd and 6. As they'll get to the 37. Old silver coins, yeah, man. Let's go. Let's go. G550 says, do you think the Bills puts the league on notice this weekend with a win or a loss? Well, it'd have to be a win to put them on notice, right? Like, it'd have to be a win to have them on notice. And a good win at that. But here we go. 2nd and 6 as Stroud rolls out, hits that left side, and he'll pick up about 6 yards as it leads to 3rd and 3. And once again, these Texans are in a situation to where it's 3rd down, 3rd and short, and they need to pick up a 1st down. Becky says, Jay, who do you think is the worst team in the NFL? That's a good question. The Panthers, though, to be honest. Panthers. So here we go. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. As Stroud drops back, pressure comes, in trouble, throws deep, almost caught, but it's broken up at the end there, and that's going to lead to 4th and 2, and this will be another Texans punt back to the Colts. Tactical says, Jay, everyone in Tennessee wants a tank completion for tomorrow. I hate the tank mentality. Listen, I think at the end of the day, the reality is this. People start looking at, draft picks once we get to this time of the season. They start looking at, preserving certain players through injury and all that kind of stuff, especially if they're heading into the playoffs. I think if you're, at the end of the season, you definitely want your best to go out there on the field if you know you're not going to the playoffs and if you're at the point of the season where it's over. But hey, we know how these coaches do. G550 says only way to win is big. I mean, Dallas and Miami were pretty much in a tie, and so blah, blah. But you get where, yeah, of course. You know how it goes. Becky says, who's the best then? The best team in the NFL right now? All around best team be the 49ers. Followed by the Ravens. So forget the punt. Texans are going to try to take the lead here by a field goal, and here we go. 3 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Field goal is up, and it is good, ladies and gentlemen. Punt is good. 3 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock left in this third quarter as the Texans will take 3-point lead. There you go. Panthers and Commanders, the worst teams? Yeah. Dakota says, how's the football game? I know you weren't about to call my Patriots the worst team. They close. Don't act like they ain't close. They down there circling the pot too. They circling the drain. Something's got to change for the Patriots for sure. Lance says, Lions looking good to me. Yeah, they're good, except, late in the game, the defense starts freezing up. Dan Campbell starts turning into emotional coach. And, it just changed the whole dynamic of the team. Things really start changing with the Lions once it gets down to, them needing to win in a close game, or they're up close and things just start to get weird. They got to work on that heading into the playoffs. They got to work on it for sure. That is for sure. Dakota says, we about as close as to being the worst as the Bills are close to the Super Bowl. Love you, Jay. Listen, Bills is a whole lot hell of a closer to the Super Bowl than Patriots are, my friend. We ain't going to go there. We ain't going to do it. I would say this. I think Bill Belichick leaves out on top if this is going to be his last game tomorrow. Here we go. Kickoff back to the Colts after the field goal. Score 17-14. 3 minutes and 39 seconds left on the clock. And we'll see if these Colts can come down and answer, as everybody's hoping for a tie in this game for some reason. I don't know why, but here we go. 1st and 10 for these Colts as we have motion. Minshew takes a snap, and this is going to be a handoff to Taylor. hits that left side. Will pick up about a yard on the run. And now it's going to be 2nd and 9 as the clock rolls. Which two teams are going to make it to the Super Bowl, Jay? I would like to see Bills and Lions. That's what I would like to see. What I think is really going to happen is probably Bills 49ers. That's what I'm thinking. Rick says, I'm hoping the Jets finally beat the Pats Sunday. Need to break the 15-game losing streak. I just don't see Bill Belichick going out with the loss, man. I think he's going to coach up a masterpiece. As Minshew drops back, quick throw. This is going to be caught, and that'll be a first down for these Colts as Minshew finally gets something going here. Good throw, nice catch. Allie Cox gets him to the 38, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. 1 Ravens, 2 Niners, Browns, 3 Dallas, 4, 5 Bills, 6 Detroit, 7 Miami, Texans, Eagles, Saints, Bucks. Okay. Let's go, Frederica. For the Steelers, that's YJ. I don't understand it. Dakota says, cough, 25 years of dominance, cough. You know what's great? The question of what have you done for me lately? You know, can we stay consistent? Could you imagine, like, if I told or showed my girl, like, I was like a great person, you know, for a while, and then I just like stopped, right? She'd be like, really? Why? Right? So then at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you be great all this time and you stop being great. Well, you know, things have to change. You have to be held accountable. You know? You ain't made the best decisions. Bob says, Jay, don't make me laugh. Bills in the Super Bowl. LMAO. I think one thing we know for sure, Bob, is that the Chiefs ain't going. We know the Chiefs ain't going. Here we go. As Minshew throws deep, that's going to be caught, but he takes a big hit, and that's going to be flags down on the field as Pittman reels it in for the first down, and he takes shots after getting hit, and flags come out on the field on Desmond King II. And there you go. Dakota says, on that note, anyone want a Mac Jones jersey? I'm out of 110 big ones. Yo, speaking of Mac Jones, I got a few Mac Jones RPAs I could sell you too if you want to buy those. $500 a pop, my friend. If you want a Mac Jones RPA, I got you. Talk about a loss. Ridiculous. Dream Stadium to go to? The new Bills one. The new Bills stadium that they're building. Yeah, man. Ooh, that's a hit to the helmet too. Hit to the helmet, not good. All right. So Pittman shook it off, and that's going to lead to a quick pass here. 4 yards on the catch. It's going to be 2nd and 6 now as we approach the 1 minute mark left in this third quarter. I would trade Josh Allen for a moon pie. Lies. Lies, especially if you're a fantasy player. This is how you know people talk crazy, right? Because the true fantasy players, they have nothing bad to say about Josh Allen because they know he's number one. They know he's number one. They don't have nothing bad to say about Allen as this is going to be a run up the middle, pickup of should be enough for a first down there as Moss gets it going, and it is. First down for these Colts. Says Jay, a lot of franchises are going to indoor arenas. I will miss the outdoor games. Yeah, you know, there's nothing like a good old snow bowl, snow game. Nothing like a good old rainy game, you know, muddy, all that kind of stuff. You know, making it closed stadium games. I guess it is what it is. It gets rid of the outside elements. So, but here we go. It's going to lead to the end of the third quarter as the clock winds down. And these Texans have the ball, or Colts have the ball on the Texans side. Houston 24. Timeout, commercial break as we end the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Purple, says I had to do a set of nails with Chief emblems. What? Purple, you cheated on Bills Mafia? Purple out here cheating on Bills Mafia, y'all. Cheated on Bills Mafia. Unbelievable. I can't believe I'm seeing this right now. This is bad. Shout out to Bryce Ridley. Says, I love you, Kathy Ridley. Frederica says, Jay, what about Deion Sanders' Raven jersey? Ooh. Is it signed? That's how you got to say it. Is it signed? Is it signed? Says Allen has way better numbers than Mahomes, and everyone and their mom still knows Mahomes is way better. That doesn't make sense. How can Allen be better if he has better numbers and Mahomes is still better? That doesn't make any sense. I don't even think you believed that. Purple says, I got paid. No, on somebody else, Jay. Oh, okay. All right. I'm just making sure. As long as you got paid to do it, it's all good. Got to do what you got to do for the bread. Had to do something a little strange for a piece of change. We're in a timeout commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. 1,290 viewers, 464 likes. We're still trying to get to that 500 mark. We need 36 more likes, 36 more thumbs up to get to 500. So if you can, make sure you hit that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. I do thank you all for the support. All right. B Smile says, for those who are hating on the Steelers, this is for you. Y'all hate us because y'all ain't us. Well, listen, I think at the end of the day, Mike Tomlin's a great coach. That organization has done wonderful things. But the reality is this. Mason Rudolph, if they get to the playoffs, will be a first-round loss. That's a fact. It's not me hating. That's me telling you what's going to happen if that kid, and if they choose to go with him, if they make it to the playoffs. Four Legends, what up, man? What's going on with you? Go says Tomlin's the GOAT. Let's go. Becky says, guess how old I am, Jay? Becky, I'm going to say you're between 40 and 50. I'm going to say you're between 40 and 50. You got to say it like that. 40 and 50. Here we go. 3rd and 1 for these Colts. Win or go home. Win or go home. Scott says last week you had almost 12,000 people in the live at one point. Shout out to you, Scott. Yeah, man, it was crazy. Says I'm proud of you, my guy. Yeah. You know, it was a humbling experience for sure. You know, we beat and broke all records on January 1. We started off the year great, and you know, I'm just glad to be a part of it for sure. For sure. If they win the first round, then what? Then I will salute your team, and I will salute Mason Rudolph, and I will say I was wrong. Becky says, I'm 40. See how good I am? See how good I am? I said between 40 and 50. You said you're 40. There it is. So good. G550 says, Josh Allen playing quarterback for the Steelers. You have a team leading the NFL in rushing and touchdowns and undefeated in the past 8 weeks. There you go. All right. So as we get started here with this fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen, it is a 3-point game, 17-14, as we prepare to get started here. Taylor is going to get checked out, it looks like, here in the locker room. That's unfortunate. Here we go. Becky says, you said between 40 and 50. I said between 40 and 50 counts if you said 40. Does it not? My goodness. Just like, you said between 40 and 50. 40 doesn't count. Like, what? Looks like Taylor went back to the locker room for some reason. They're probably gonna have to check him out. But here we go. 1st and 10 for these Colts as they decided to go back to the third quarter. Why? They decided to go back to the third quarter. We've seen this once before. I think in week 15, week 14, when they went back to the third quarter. Like, why? Why are we going back a whole 41 seconds into the third quarter when we're starting the fourth? I really don't like this. I really don't like it. It reeks. It reeks right now. It reeks. 40 is not between 40 and 50.
41 to 49 is between.
So let me ask you this then. If I say between 40 and 50, if we're doing fractions and we're adding decimal points and all kinds of garbage like that, what's 40 and a half? Is that between 40 and 50?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just had to add the one, right? Like 40.2 doesn't matter. 40.5 doesn't matter. 40.9 doesn't matter. Jonathan says 40 counts. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Brian Allen says Petty. Y'all know I'm Petty Pendergrass when I need to be. Petty Pendergrass in the building. Coming out to the stage. And coming out to the stage, Petty Pendergrass, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 2nd and 11 for these Colts. As this is going to be a handoff up the middle. They'll pick up about 3 yards in the carry as Moss gets it going. And that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd down. Shout out to Shantae. Since I haven't watched the game in a bit, what happened? We had a touchdown, and then we had a field goal by the Texans, and now they're up by 3, 17-14. And now the Colts are in position to score as well, as they currently have 3rd and 9 at the Texans 22. So here we go. Here we go. Peter says, I got the Colts by 3 tonight. I'm going to win. All right. So it's going to be caught. It's short. And this most likely will lead to another Colts field goal to tie this thing up. And here we go. 40.1 is between 40 and 50. 40 is not. Should have phrased it. It's a number from 40 to 50, not between. I said between 40 and 50. Do you know how ridiculous it would be if I had to say, well, I think that you're 40, so I'm going to say between 39 and 51. Really? Is that how we should have did that then? Is that how we should have did that? I see now I got to be more specific. All right. Field goal is up, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tie ball game. They're worried about 40 and 50. Someone right now is on their phone like this.
Oh my goodness, this is my time to shine. I gotta get Jay, he's wrong about this. 40 is not between 40 and 50. I'm gonna type this out right now.
We're in a timeout commercial break. Score is 17-17 with 13 minutes and 33 seconds left in this fourth quarter. David says, you're saving my road trip, Jay. Saving it. Saving it. Johnny says, they're so bitter, it's okay. You're of age. Act it. Act it. DeMid says, well, 40 in 1 month makes her 40 with a decimal, so... That's what I'm saying, right? Right? If you're between 40 and 50 and then you tell somebody, hey, yeah, I just turned 40 today, then you could say that. But if you've been 40 for 3 months, it fits within that 40 to 50 realm. This is insane. Tyler Book says 40 acting 4. Oh, you guys know how we do. We get into a riot. It is a riot tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Score is 17-17. Tie ball game, 13 minutes and 33 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Quick shout out to Financially Fearless. Forge your future. That sounds like a book I need to read. I like it. I like that. Shout out to you, man. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Francois says WD-40. Yeah, just oil it down. Oil it down. Oh, man. Says I have not been 40 for 3 months. It was last week I turned 40. Oh, so you're... Oh. Well, she's not 40.1. She's 40.01. 40.001. That's still between 40 and 50. There you go. Washington Huskies WR slogan equals family. Forget about me. I love you. Let's go, man. Let's go. A week still counts. It's between 40 and 50. As this is going to be kicked back to the Texans. They'll take it. Nice move. Still going as they'll start at the 27 here, 1st and 10 with 13 minutes and 27 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Timo says, with the tie, Steelers get in? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Frederica says, Jay, 40 or 50, not about the game. That's why most of us are here, not age. And there you go. It's 40.001. We finally have confirmation. There you go. That's the over-under. Over-under, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Dang, y'all don't like to have fun no more, man. Y'all just want me to call the game like I'm an ESPN analyst now. We used to have fun and talk about jelly donuts and Krispy Kreme and who cooks the best food, and now everybody's so serious. Why so serious? All right. I'm going to get back to it. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. What up, Shevin? What's going on, man? Stroud is 10 for 13. Wow. All right. In this second half. As he is under center, this is going to be a handoff. Hits that left side, and they'll pick up the first down as these Texans get it going. 1st and 10. 12 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock and rolling as these Texans are now trying to get a position to potentially score. Francois says you need a play-by-play guy or gal. Babe, you down? Do some play-by-play with me?
Play what?
Play-by-play? We would call the game together?
I wouldn't know how.
I could teach you. You know a little bit more than most, but I could teach you how to do it.
Only if my face isn't on there.
No face? See, she wants to go faceless if she does it. As Shroud's gonna go down here, that's gonna be a loss. Big loss for these Texans as the Colts defense stepping up. Loss of 10 yards. Loss of 10 yards, ladies and gentlemen. Timo says playoffs. I'm just hoping we win another game. Krispy Kreme is delicious. That is a fact. That is a fact. All right, here we go. 2nd and 20 after the big stop. And Shroud drops back. Quick throw. That's going to be caught. Nice space. Still going. And this is going to be a huge pickup here for Schultz as he gains a lot of that yardage back and some. 17 yards is now going to be 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Tatico says Mrs. J could use an avatar. That's true. We could use the avatar thing. That'd be cool.
Mrs. J, I like that.
Says I got to watch Al Colleen and Mickey Mantle to sign my home run ball. Really? Carl says Krispy Kreme is garbage. Unbelievable. Work on those taste buds, my friend. Work on those taste buds. Krispy Kreme is garbage. Hot ready now sign, original glaze, 12, please. All day, any day. That is a fact. Brandon, what up, man? Happy New Year. Let's go. Let's go. All right, 1st and 10 after they pick up the first down here. They're at the 50. This is going to be a handoff, cuts back to the left side, tries to hit that edge, and there's going to be multiple flags here as Singletary will get about 4 yards in the run, so we'll see what they call on this flag. David says, use the robot voice. That's going to be holding on the offense. So bring back the Texans. That's going to bring them back 1st and 20 to the 40. To the 40. This is Mrs. J can host a long-awaited book club. I think she'd be down for that. She does read a lot. She does read a lot. I'll be reading too, but I'll be super busy. Got to get the book club going. I am down for that. All right. YBK, what up, man? It's been good. How about you? A warm Krispy Kreme out the oven, the best, but they never took over Dunkin' Donuts like I hoped. Now they're mass-produced garbage. Krispy Kreme, hot and ready, fresh out the store, is the best donut you will ever have. That is a fact. Here we go. 1st and 20. Quick throw. This is going to be caught. Pick up about 6 yards by Schultz. It's now going to be 2nd and 14 at the 46. 46. Peter says, Jay being Jay, no ESPN analyst. Listen, this is what made the channel. You guys know that. We've got to have a good time. If I just called the game and I didn't engage with the chat, 80% of y'all wouldn't be here. 80%. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Because it'd be like a robot then. Right? It'd be like a robot. There's other channels that do that, and they ain't at 67,000 subscribers. You guys made a great community out of this by me engaging every one of you, because I treat all of you like my friends and family in the living room when we all watching the game together. And this is going to be another flag on another run. It's turned into a flag fest with 8 minutes and 56 seconds on the clock. Shout out to you, Mitch. Yeah, man. Robert says, which is your best Krispy Kreme donut? The original glazed. Original glazed. Ryan Devlin, that is a lie, and I will not accept that. I will not accept that. Flag is down. We're going to see who this is on. Oh, now there's no flag on the play. Then why did they throw the flag in the first place, ref? Ridiculous. So they'll play the down over. They're just going to play it over, but there's no flag. We're not going to count the flag, but we are going to play it over. What? Wow. Okay. That makes sense. Jimbo says, haven't seen hot and ready ones yet. Yeah, if you go to the actual Krispy Kreme location, right when they're making them, they'll have the hot and ready now sign on, and that is the perfect time to get your 12 dozen original glazed. And here we go. A Shroud drops back, quick throw on the screen. This is going to be called by Schultz, hits that left side, plenty of space, tries to hurdle, and he'll go down for about 9 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 1 as the clock rolls and hits the 8-minute, 30-second mark. Here we go. Interesting thing, says Jay, now I got to drive down into town and get the wife some Krispy Kremes. Listen, you go down and women, men, listen to this voice. If you are anywhere near a Krispy Kreme and your spouse, your boyfriend, your partner has not had a Krispy Kreme donut, go down there, get yourself a nice half dozen, get yourself a bottle of wine, and they will love you that night. I promise it. I promise it. They will love you that night, and you will come back thanking me the next morning. Promise you. Get you a half original glazed, hot and ready, half dozen. Go get you a bottle of wine and enjoy the experience. Go watch a nice movie. Kiana says, just got my crusty cream glazed donuts. Ate about 6 of those bad boys. Erie, PA, where we had to get ours. Worth the drive, 2 hours. There you go. Shout out to you, Kiana. You know. If you got to take that 2-hour drive to get to Krispy Kreme to get them donuts, you have to do it. Because that's just how good they are. Here we go. 1st and 10. As this is going to be a handoff, and this will be Singletary getting wrapped up, loss of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 13 at the Indy 30 now. At the Indy 30. Brendan says Krispy Kreme is overrated. Support your local mom and pop donut shop owners. I would, but their donuts are dry. It's going to be 2nd and 13 here. Quick play. This is going to be caught, and this will lead to 1st and goal, but there's a flag. There is a flag. It looks like they're walking back. Miles says, Jay, I'm not going to lie, I'm a fat guy, and I love donuts. Oh, man. So that's going to lead to a horse collar tackle, and that's going to push these Texans. Let's see here. 1st and goal at the 3. Yeah, 1st and goal at the 3. Dunkin' Donuts is way better. Come on, Jay. You know what? We're going to do a poll. Dunkin' Donuts is better. When have you ever heard somebody say, hey, man, take me to Dunkin' Donuts over Krispy Kreme? Ever. As this is going to be a run in here. Makes a quick move. Singletary, ladies and gentlemen. Singletary with the touchdown. And there we go. 3 yards. Singletary right up the gut. And that's going to lead to a Texans touchdown. Score is now 23-17 with 6 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock left in this 4th quarter. All right, we're going to do the poll then. We're going to do the poll. Dunkin' Donuts versus Krispy Kreme. It's going to be a landslide victory. I guarantee you it's going to be a landslide victory for Krispy Kreme. Here we go. So at the extra point, we should be locked in here, and it is good. And there you go. Ooh, he missed it. No, he missed the kick. It's now 23-17. He missed the extra point. Oh, no. There it is. Tyler said never had Dunkin's. Exactly. Singletary, Nathan. Singletary got the touchdown. 3-yard run. 3-yard run. Peter, yeah, it's snowing in New York City. Yeah, man. Ghost says, was it that bad, Jay? Yeah, them donuts is dry. They'd be like, oh, support your local donut shop. Don't go to Krispy Kreme. I would if they had a donut that tastes better than Krispy Kreme. The donuts is dry. And I ain't afraid to say it. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I've supported them plenty of times, and every time I came out, I was disappointed. There's only one donut that I can get out of this place that is remotely decent. And I didn't even get it last time I wanted it because they didn't have it. Y'all know who I'm talking about, too. I ain't going to bring it up, but some of you know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to do it. Them donuts is dry. I'm not going to do it, but them donuts is dry. Y'all know exactly. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention the name. I'm not going to mention it. Quick timeout commercial break. Timeout commercial break. Shout out to Daisy. Says Granson made me work for the money, had over 22 and a half, and his one catch at 23 yards, cast a parlay. Let's go, man. Jamie says, my dad loved Krispy Kreme and he was going through chemo treatments and was told to eat as little as possible out of the house. I made homemade donuts for him and he never went back to Krispy Kreme. Wow. All right. Just say you stole the recipe. That's all. That's all. That's all. Shovel a sidewalk, get a fresh donut. Becky says, tell me, Jay. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna mention their name. I can't do that. 2-hour drive for Krispy Kreme sounds like crackheadish. Listen, if I gotta be a crackhead because I'm fine with driving an hour or 2 hours to Krispy Kreme donuts, then just call me that. Because during this drive, it's a nice little getaway. You get to listen to some good music, right? You may make it into a road trip, right? It's not just about the donuts. It's for the experience along with the donuts. Maybe I just want to drive for 2 hours and clear my mind on the open road. And then when I get there, I have some good donuts to drive back, and it's a good situation. He wasn't ready for that one, though. He wasn't ready for that. He don't know about throwing on the 70s Motown hits and driving on the open road and letting that Fleetwood Mac play, letting that Chicago play, letting that Al Green play, and getting his mind right on that road. He don't know about that one. Here we go, 1st and 10 for these Colts as Minshew directing traffic. And here we go, 15 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off, pressure comes. It's going to be a handoff, and they'll get wrapped up. That's a loss of about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Francois says, for some donuts, yes, for some donuts. That is a fact. Thinking says, I drove an hour and a half for a Philly cheesesteak sandwich from Philly. It was worth it. That's what I'm saying. Little Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. As this is going to be caught, makes a nice move, cuts back in, gets a good block again, and that is going to be downs for 28 yards. 1st and 10. Colts. And there it is. Brad says, I don't know how you do it, but you do it great. It's the only way to do it, my friend. It's the only way to do it. That is a fact. Miles, I didn't do it. I'll check it out, though. I haven't had a chance to go through the messages, but I'll check it out. I will check it out. Colts better burn that clock. Yeah. I mean, you're in a position that you could do that and then punch it in and just score and kick the field goal for sure. As this is going to be another handoff run for no gain. This will be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, ladies and gentlemen. James Brown said, do it good. Fact. JR, that the response you get from the Microwave Society? What? Yo. Oh, man. Ryan says, open the super chat I sent you. You didn't send one. I ain't getting no super chat from you, Ryan. Try again, my friend. Here we go. As Minshew throws short, just checks it down. This is going to be called by downs for 4 yards. This will be 3rd and 6 now at the 44. The 44. Jimbo says, yeah, man, I didn't know Krispy Kreme was even operating shops anymore. Now I'm thinking, taking a trip myself, 75 miles away to get some of that nostalgic back. I miss some donuts. Do it, man. I'm telling you. Nothing can, beat that specific thing like that. Going to get them donuts, taking a nice little drive, and, kicking back with that nostalgia. It's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling. As this is going to be a run up the middle, big hit. And let's see here as he gets to the 39. And there's a flag. There is a flag down on the field. And it looks like there's going to be a little use of the hands on the play. So that's going to push these Colts to the 34. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Colts trying to win this thing. 3 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock. Snap is off. This is going to be a handoff. Taylor hits that left side, picks up about 5 on the carry. That's going to lead to 2nd and 5. Clock rolls at 3:30. 3:30. Peter says, that's deep. It's about the experience. Yeah, man. You know, it's not just about, oh, let me go get the donuts. It's about the drive. It's about, you know, who you go with. It's about when you stop there, you get those donuts, and it's like, oh, man, I miss these. I haven't had these for a while. And I've experienced this with the person I'm rocking with. Or even if you want to go yourself, right? If you want to go yourself, you got some stuff on your mind, right? You're trying to get out the funk. Go for a long drive and get yourself some Krispy Kremes and see if it don't change your life. There you go. 3rd down, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd down and 5 for these Colts. They're trying to punch it in here with 2 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock. And looks like there's going to be an injury here of Perryman. Perryman for the Texans. He is down on the field. They're going to take an injury timeout here at 2:41 to stop the clock. 2 good games on Saturday? Yeah, man. Cookie crumble here in Arizona, they're good. Yeah, those. Listen, there's so much sugar in those cookie crumble cookies, man. There's so much sugar. They're amazing, but it's a lot of sugar in those cookies. That's a fact. It's a fact. Ever hear of Tim Horton donuts? Of course. I don't eat them, though. It's very rare. Like, the only time I get Tim Horton donuts is if, like, there's something going on. Like, there's people coming through, or I'm going somewhere where, you know, I got to show up with, like, a morning breakfast thing and, you know, all right, go get the donuts, go get the coffee, and that's it. That's the only time I'm getting Tim Horton donuts. Maple donuts, not a fan. I like maple syrup, but I'm just not a fan of maple donuts. Crumble cookies are no joke, yeah, without a doubt. And not a Krispy Kreme. Their sugar is cracked, but good. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Ghost says, yes, this is basically a playoff game for sure. This is win or go home. This is huge. But here we go. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Timo, it's search me up in Discord. JREASN for the Discord. Just search it up. As there's going to be a run here by Taylor for 5 yards, but it looks like he may be short. So this may boil down to 4th and 1 here, and let's see how they dial it up. So they're going to roll this clock down all the way to the 2-minute warning. I think they're going to let the refs figure out where the spot is and bring the chains out, because they're going to need to bring the chains out here. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. In fact, it may be inches. It may be inches. So we'll see if they give it to him or not. See if they give it to Cardoso's Colts win. They take the division. We'll see, man. We'll see. Shout out to you guys for rocking with us tonight. 1,820 viewers, 526 likes. The next goal is going to be 1,000, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have not, make sure that you hit that like, hit that thumbs up. It is much appreciated. Also, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Click that bell. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss a stream for Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday football, all the way through the playoffs, championships, and the Super Bowl. Shout out to you guys for rocking with us. All right. He was short, man? I don't think so. I think he was there. We'll see. Jimbo says, come on, these refs are picking and choosing when a conference on big plays, even without coach's challenge or scoring implications. I'll just say it's fishy. Shout out to you, bass player. Let's go. Kyle says, first down Colts. We'll see. Daniel says, took my girls to the Krispy Kreme factory in Vegas. Had one right off the line. Like Krispy Kreme ever since. Oh, yeah. What, off the line, fresh into that box. It's just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Someone said Josh Allen has personally lost the Bills at least 4 games this year. It's absurd to act like he deserves an MVP. Absurd? Wow. It's absurd. Whoever sent that, I know you're listening to me right now. When you said that, did you say it with your chest? Because you ain't put it in all caps, so I don't really believe it. Scott says, just like Garrett's, if you know from Chi-Town, you know Garrett's cheese and caramel popcorn, OMG. It's interesting. Cheese popcorn, huh? From Garrett's. Okay. We're in a timeout commercial break during the 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, they're trying to figure out if this is actually a first down here for these Colts. And it looks like they gave it to him. So they did give it to him. First down confirmed. Here we go. Here we go. First and 10 at the 24. 2 minutes in the game. Colts trying to get a win and head to the playoffs. And here we go. As Pittman motions, this is going to be a toss to Taylor. Hits the right side. Tries to get a block. Fights through it. Uses the stiff arm. Picks up about 3 yards before he runs out of bounds. Clock stops at 1:54. Mr. Baker says, man, all most of you want to do is just blame the refs for most everything. Like, if you look at the play, most times than not, it's actually worthy of a flag being thrown. All right. All right, well, here we go. After the 3-yard run, it's going to be 2nd and 7 for these Colts. 1:54 on the clock as Minshew directing traffic back in the shotgun. 7 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off. Handoff to Taylor. Hits the left side now. Tries to use that stiff arm again. Picks up another 3 to 4 yards, and this is going to lead to 3rd and 1 coming up with minute 48 on the clock. Becky says, who's going to win now, Jay? It looks like the Colts, if they can punch it in. You still got to punch it in. Quick shout out to David Emick for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Winner clinches a playoff berth. The loser is eliminated. And here we go. 3rd and 2. We have motion. Snap is off. Handoff. Taylor up the middle. He's going to be short. He's going to be short. It'll be 4th and 1. And what do you draw up now? 1:38 on the clock and rolling. Nobody's called a timeout. You're going to have to make a decision here soon. That's a lot of time rolling off this clock here, considering you still need to get the first down. You still need to get the first down. 1:26 on the clock and rolling. It is 4th and 1. And here we go. Do you go for the run or do you go for the touchdown? Do you go for the run? Do you go for the touchdown? Here we go. As Minshew directing traffic. Texans showing the blitz. And he's just going to let this roll down here. Timeout will be called by the Colts at 1:06 on the clock. Michelle says, you need a guest coach? I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Immortal says, just don't do a Dan Campbell play. Yeah. That is a fact. James Moorhead, what up, man? What's going on with you? Rick says, this is game. You got to get the first down. They got to get it. That is a fact, my friend. That is a fact. Becky says, help me. I'm scared. Yo, you sure you're 40? You sure? Brian Allen says, run. Yeah, Minshew's probably going to need to pick up this 1 yard, yo. Minshew's probably going to pick up this 1 yard. Tyler says, Jay, what made you a Bills fan? Born and raised, my friend. Born and raised. Born and raised. Here we go. Snap is off. Quick throw. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, no. Goodson dropped it. He dropped it. Oh.
Finish him.
Emotional damage.
Oh, my goodness. Goodson had a wide open play for the first down, and he drops it. What a break. What a tough loss. Oh, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Quick shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Minute 3 on the clock, barring some ridiculous miracle. I'm just not sure if the Colts are going to come back from that. And it's going to be a handoff. They'll call a quick timeout, stop it at 58 seconds. They do have one more. Yeah, one more. And yeah, this thing's over. Wow. What a tough break. What a tough break. So, I said Texans for the win. I did not expect it to be this close. Colts did put up a strong fight, but CJ Stroud, Collins, Singletary, this team right now balling it out, playing great, and they're looking like they're ready to go to the playoffs. That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like for sure. As Ghost says, Stroud is Rookie of the Year. He's putting up a true fight for it. That is a fact. 2nd and 7, another handoff. And they're going to try to run back to line of scrimmage here. One more timeout's called. That's going to take it to 3rd. And I think at this point, you literally can just kneel it, and that's ball game. Goodson dropped the first down. He had it in his hands. And, wow. Wow, that's tough. That's tough. Very tough. Text 713 says, and the winner is Krispy Kreme. Hey, I remember you saying that it was impossible for the Colts to lose, Text 713. And lie detector said that was a lie. Minshew should have basically just went for the run himself. It was a yard. You could have put Taylor back in there, and that's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. And unfortunately, here we are. As this is going to be another handoff, hits the right side, picks up another yard, and there will be some time left on the clock, but it's going to be in the tune of maybe 4 seconds. Joey says, let's go. I need my parlay. There you go, man. Jimbo says, well done. The Krispy Kreme game. So it rolls down to about 7. They'll have about 7 seconds. And then, this should be wrapped up here. Peter, why pass? I'm not sure. All that pressure. I do feel bad for Goodson because he could have he literally had it, and just couldn't reel it in. There's a lot of pressure, and that's the difference between, stepping up in big moments and going out there and balling out and going home. And that's just the reality of it. Just the reality of it. The throw was risky. Just run it. Exactly. Says Steelers needed a tie here. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen, my friend. Not going to happen. Colts not tush push believers. Yeah. Carl says Nikki or Cardi. Neither. They're both terrible. Minshew threw a 9th grade pass. No, Goodson needed to catch that, man. That's a first down. It hit the tips of his hands, and he just couldn't reel it in. But here we go. Texans will end up punting because there's 8 seconds on the clock. And like I said, barring a miracle happens, this game should be over. But here we go. Oh, he just runs it back and takes a safety. Okay. Yeah, he runs it back and takes a safety. And 1 second on the clock here. Yeah. Yeah, Hail Mary, no flags. So it's 23-19 now. So you can definitely kiss that tie goodbye in any way, shape, or form. But it's weird because the safety definitely throws things off for the score and the over-under. Pay attention to that. It's kind of funny. Kind of funny. Shout out to you, G550. Let's go, man. Most logical thing to do is run it 4th and 1 with JT as a running back. Horrible coaching. He had his Pete Carroll moment. Just hand it off to Marshawn. So 1 second. Obviously, they're probably just going to try to squib this thing here. And, you know, that should wrap it up. Should wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's taking a long time for 1 second, right? It's crazy. Michelle says I'm depressed now. Shake it off. Like Taylor Swift said. Just dust it off your shoulder like Jay said. Pick a song. Pick a song. You'll be all right. Shout out to Rivalry. Yeah, man. Tomorrow, Bills and Dolphins. Sunday Night Football. Y'all know how we do. It's going to be excellent. And I'm ready. I am ready. Ready. All right, 1 second on the clock. Come on, let's get this show on the road. And it's an actual punt. All right. It's going to be taken from the 15. Tosses it back on the lateral and fumbles it, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it. Ladies and gentlemen, Texans are going to the playoffs. Score is 23-19, and this actually just got a little interesting. Because, listen, at the end of the day, I think a lot of people were sleeping on the Texans, not really believing that this squad could do anything, and they're heading to the playoffs and could surprise. They could surprise. So we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, 23-19. Texans take it. They're heading to the playoffs. Colts will go home, but they played a hell of a game, that's for sure. They played a hell of a game and just came up short on the offense. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourself a great night. We'll see you tomorrow for the Bills and Dolphins. Make sure you guys subscribe and lock it in. Have yourself a good night. Quick shout out to the Rich Gang, the family, all the listeners, all the watchers. We'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.
Thank you.